You hear Mexico what they're doing about the chant that they're removing the the goalie chant?
Yeah,
because it's a homophobic.
I disagree with that.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
See, word. I've been telling everybody I meet up with, I'm like, yo, behind the scene videos are so underrated right now.
Yeah,
that's actually what I like to watch. So,
I feel like that gets, I don't know, more engagement, but people like to see that better than the actual post.
the final product, yeah, because you get to see the human aspect of it. Where there's a lot of people, if you see a final product, you're like, oh damn, I can't do that. Like a lot of people think that way, and then when they see the behind the scenes, they're like, oh wait, one person did that, like two people did that, like that's all. Oh, I have that camera, or I have that backpack, whatever the little, they can relate to it.
They relate to how it's just you, like maybe they think it's like a production team or a crazy light setup.
Exactly.
And it might encourage people to get started with their own podcast, YouTube channel, whatever, Instagram. I seen a lot of people more, I don't know, more creative, but when TikTok came out, people started like trying to be funny, post skits, like TikTok kind of, I don't know if, I think it's the whole like people that you know and your relatives are on Facebook and Instagram, so you don't really post as much, or you hold back, because I do that too. I remember when I first started on Instagram or Twitter, when I knew that I didn't have anybody following me like that, then you were just more wild and did whatever. Right. But once you start getting your family, it's kind of weird, or like, I know we shouldn't care what people think, but we do. It's like,
especially
I
with family.
post that.
Yeah. Are you close with your family?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, I'm the same way. So I do. I am very particular with, all right, who watches this? Who's on here? Maybe I shouldn't post that. And it's nothing bad of like, that they'll be like, oh, Ricky posted this. It's just something where I'm like, I just don't want them to see that. Like,
I don't know what it is, but I think that's why on TikTok, it's like your followers won't even see the post. Like it's just thrown into the algorithm. And I feel like that's a lot of people were like, okay, cool. No, none of my friends are watching. None of my family members are watching. Yeah. Let me just start making funny skits or whatever. On there. And people got more creative with this. So I like TikTok.
Yeah. I need to actually, I've been thinking about TikTok a lot more for certain people that I'm trying to help with and, or try to help because of the way the algorithm is. It's a lot more organic right now still, right?
Oh, super organic.
Yeah,
videos will just pop up. Oh, Brian posted that video's got like 20,000 views. The interview with Michael J. White.
Yeah. Dope.
Over 20,000 views. And he only had like less than 100 followers, and then that shit got 20,000 views. Versus if you were to post it on Instagram, it's not going to get that much reach because
probably a few hundred. So
much content and like everything's like, unless you're paying for reach, you're not going to get that engagement.
Do you guys use ads at all?
No, we haven't done any. I've done ads before.
Yeah.
Like in the past, but right now I don't want to run ads because I want to kind of be more consistent with the content and like see what's working, because for a long, like I've been making content for a long time, but it's just always switching, trying new things, and never been consistent with like sticking to a certain thing, Right. Besides Coachella, but yeah. So right now I'm trying to keep it like consistent with the podcast, Coachella videos, and the other Valley videos or whatever we're doing. Once we start, maybe like 6 months from now, I'll start thinking about doing that, but not right now.
Right. I need to pick your brain about that.
You haven't done ads?
No, never.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years because I used to have I grew this like Instagram page like 3-4 years ago about Funko Pops.
Oh, nice.
I would take pictures, and a lot of people don't know about it. I grew it to like 5,000 followers, and it was literally just like a Funko Pop, but I would take it out the box and then like find cool locations. Like we went over there by Whitewater, and then like just by the river, we'll have like a Aquaman or something like by the river. Or it was Mira. Are you familiar with Mira from like Aquaman, the girl with the red hair?
Oh, yeah.
Or Mara, I don't know how.
Mara, yeah.
So I had her Funko Pop just came out, and I bought it, and then we went to Whitewater to just take that picture, like with the stream behind it and shit. Like I would do shit like that. Or in the desert, like I would like get on the ground and put the thing in the desert and like make all kinds of different pops with different edits, and that was pretty cool. I guess it was kind of like toy photography, right? But yeah, I used to do that, and then I ran ads on that one, so I got to like 5,000, but then I kind of stopped collecting Funko Pops because I was wasting a lot of money, so I was I'm trying to get away from that. Any
collector's item or hobby, it can add up. That's how I actually found myself in that position with sports cards. I was starting to get into the sports cards again, and I started with Pokemon, and then I realized, I was like, you know what, the Pokemon I'm just doing because I see the potential of making money with it, and then I quickly stopped enjoying it because I was just focused on the money part, and then I was like, you know what, I like the collecting the cards part. It's just I'm not as passionate about Pokemon as I was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Like I played the games. I loved
DS
playing.
and
Yeah.
those are sick. They still hold up, bro. Like you just
I
pick it up
bet.
today.
Yeah.
Getting the eggs and all that
Oh
shit.
yeah. The Nintendo SP is the one I think, is it the SP? The little square one?
The flip one, yeah.
What was it? Pokemon Ruby. I think that was the one where I spent hours and hours
Ruby,
on.
Emerald, and there was another one.
I don't know if it was Sapphire. Or if that was a different one. Was it Sapphire?
Yeah. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, so I switched to basketball, and mainly basketball. I want to get into soccer, and I just enjoy it so much more. But I noticed that what you said, bro, it was getting expensive.
You think about it like, oh, I'm spending this money, but when I sell this card, right? And then I was thinking the same thing with Pops. I would find the exclusives, and I was selling stuff on eBay too. I sold a bunch of Pops on eBay, flipped a bunch of stuff, but it just got too much. You know, I don't know. Yeah. It was like 2016, I think, when I was and I decided to just fucking get rid of all that. Like I sold most of my Pops. I kept these are just Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
They're all just Lord of the Rings and maybe a few others, but I'm like a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So I kept those. I kept some of the Game of Thrones, but everything else I kind of got rid of. Yeah.
Bro, since you're a fan, I'm just curious because I've had this conversation with so many people. What's your favorite movie of the three?
Of the three?
Yeah.
Damn, that's hard.
I know mine. It's hard for me to budge.
It's hard to pick, but I like Return of the King, the last one, the third one. I like it because all the action sequences are crazy. Like you have like 3 major battles, but the scene that just makes it for me, like I watch the scene all the time. Like if I feel like I need to like wake up or do something, I watch when in Rohan when they're like fighting, and then Gondor, and then Rohan shows up with the army with like when they're in the field and all the orcs are like attacking the city.
The third one, I don't remember the third one.
And then there's over the hill, like the horses start showing up, and then the music starts swelling, and then King Theoden's like death, and now they're like people are death, and then they Peter Jackson wanted to have over 6,000. He wanted exactly 6,000 horses, so the computer team had to like literally digital. They had a lot of real horses, but from there they like copied and pasted them to like to the wide shot. Yeah. So you have a shot of like all the horses coming down. Okay. And Peter Jackson wanted at least 6,000 because I guess this was like a famous battle like in the medieval times where there was like over 6,000 horses attacked and killed like a whole infantry. Jeez. So he wanted to have that in the movie, and that shit looks sick. And then all the horses coming down, like that scene alone makes it. And then you have, it's just like super emotional. You have scenes with like Frodo and Sam, and then at the end you have, that's the big battle. But then after that battle, there's still like another battle when we're trying to destroy the ring. And I don't know, there's just so much shit that goes on and on.
Yeah, I like the second one.
Two Towers.
Second one, yeah. See, for me, it's funny because of what you said. I felt that way with the second one, and I haven't seen the movies in so long. Actually, I just remember when I would watch them, because I used to watch them a lot. Yeah. And the second one always gave me that feeling of like badass.
Two Towers is sick.
And then my favorite, dude, it's been so long I don't even remember the names. Trying to look at your Pops to see if you have them.
Legolas.
Ah, yes, that fool. That fool is my dude.
Yeah. Legolas is hard, bro. But have you ever played the Lord of the Rings drinking game?
No, what's that?
Dude, that's the funniest best game. Like I play that shit every December with my friend Brian. He lives in LA. He comes down and we watch the Lord of the Rings and we just play a drinking game. So it's like rules. Like every time someone refers to the ring as precious, you take a drink. Every time Aragorn does something badass where like he kills a bunch of people, you take a drink. Every time Mary does something stupid, you take a drink. Like it's all kinds of like little rules. Like you end up pretty drunk at the end. And then there's one where Legolas. So it's every time Legolas says something obvious, he'll say like like if you actually pay attention to his lines, he says the dumbest. Thing, bro. He'll be like, "Oh, there was a battle last night," or like, "Oh, death has been spilled this evening," or he always says like the dumbest like one-liners, and you gotta take a shot every time.
That's
bro.
funny.
That you gotta try it. If you haven't watched those movies in a while,
it's gonna be a good one.
Drinking
game. Do it one day. I'm down. Is it just shots or like?
No, you could
have
beer.
A drink. It's sweet. Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be a shot. No, shots would be crazy. One time, me and my homie, we bought Monsters and Jaeger, bro. Dude, we were up to like 5 a.m. because we couldn't go to sleep, and we probably could have got a heart attack that night because we drank one of those tall can fucking each, and we finished a whole bottle of Jaeger just watching that shit, bro. It was crazy.
Damn. Yeah, I've played those drinking games before. What movie was it? There was another movie. I mean, it was like a. Oh no, now it's coming back. Yeah, it wasn't a drinking game. It was a whole different movie. I used to.
Or just drinking.
No, it was smoking. I used to smoke a lot, and it was Mac and Dev Go to High School. It was the Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa movie.
Oh, I know the movie. I never got to see it, but I know what you're talking about.
Not that great, honestly. It's literally a stoner movie of just them smoking.
That's where the song Young, Wild, and Free came out
yeah,
of, right? Yeah,
exactly. And then the beginning of the movie, there's a joint, an animated joint, and he's just literally, he's like, there's rules to this movie. He's like, you have to take a hit anytime you see someone smoke, talk about weed, like breathe, laugh, talk, and he's just naming all these things. You're like, okay.
So the whole
time. The whole time, yeah, but I want to try one of those drinking ones actually.
So
that sounds fun.
I've never heard of a smoking game. That sounds fun.
Yeah, but I mean, it was. I mean, I don't even remember if we finished the movie. I just knocked out or ate too much. One of the two. I mean, that's what would always happen.
They have I think there's a website that makes some. Some of them are like whatever, but almost every movie you could think of, it has a drinking game. There's Game of Thrones, Harry Potter drinking games.
Ooh.
There's I don't know what else, but there's like Rocky, fucking and Star Wars drinking games.
Well, true, you could just pick out basically any.
Yeah, and just like the iconic scenes, you take a drink. It's just kind of like.
I want to do Harry Potter now that you said that.
Harry Potter sounds fun. That's a marathon right there.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool because, from my experience when doing the Lord of the Rings drinking game, is you're more invested in the story because you're looking for those things. You know, like you're actually paying attention to the dialogue. You're paying attention to the scenes because it's like, or if you're not paying attention, you might be paying attention like a certain part, and the other person's looking for this other part. So you tell each other, "Oh, he said this. Oh, that's happening," and then you take. So it gets you more engaged because now, like social media, we're just bombarded with things, so you're always distracted. And everybody gets like easily distracted. So when you have a focus like that, you actually enjoy the movie more.
True.
For all the details.
Because I never realized that. What's his name? Legolas.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he said blatant obvious things.
Oh yeah.
But now that you say it, I want to pay attention to it. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because man, the short attention span nowadays of people, it's insane. And I mean, me too. I've noticed it where back then I used to be, and I say back then, a few years ago, I used to be able to sit down and read a book, read it. And I used to actually really enjoy reading. And now I find it difficult because I still like paperback.
Yeah.
So I'll buy books and I try reading it and I'm like 15 pages in, 10 pages in even. Honestly, even that, maybe 5 pages in to be realistic. Like 5 pages in and I'm like, all right. My body's kind of like, I need to check my phone.
Yeah.
I need to do something else. I can't just sit there and focus. And I never had that problem before. Before I'd be able to just sit there, draw. I used to draw a lot. Sit there, draw for hours. Now I'll draw 20 minutes in. I'm like, all right, I got to break. I'm going to go do something else.
Go check your Instagram.
Yeah, and it's like.
Do you feel like you're addicted to your phone?
I wouldn't say addicted, because I think addicted is something where like you'll even have kind of withdrawals. If like say you take it from me, I won't be like, I need it. I need to check. I'll be fine without it.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing it's definitely become a big part of our life. And I'm actually working on not being out on it as much, which is kind of, the opposite of what I'm trying to do right now, which is all these people I'm trying to help. It involves social media.
Yeah.
So I'm finding myself actually being on my phone more lately over this last month. I've been on my phone a lot, and people are noticing it.
Helping how or what?
Just with certain groups. I mean, like selected series, gonna be more involved with them,
engaging,
trying to help,
trying to collaborate.
Exactly, reaching out to people, even if it's like DMs, you're still on your phone.
Yeah.
Because actually, that's one thing, I'm on my phone a lot, and people think I'm like, when they see me, they think like, oh, Ricky's on Instagram all day, which is probably true, but it's my DMs. Like if I have more people on my DMs right now, like active combos, than on my text. Why? I don't know. I'll text people, they don't reply. I'll DM them, they reply right away.
That's I've noticed that too.
Right. So I started being on my phone more because of that. Helping my cousin, Elevation Creative Agency, gonna be helping him out. So I'm just involved more with social media in general, commenting on people's things, reacting to things.
Yeah, well, social media has become just part of everyone's lives, and I feel like I'm not addicted to my phone because I could just leave it. Like sometimes at night I just turn it off.
Right.
But because of work, like all my work is all phone calls and texts. Like this morning, I was just right before the podcast.
I noticed
calling, trying to find materials for this. So it's like all day. Like there's some days, bro. Like I get your iPhone record. You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So you only have 100 calls in one day. Like there's days where by like 5 p.m. I don't even see calls from the day before. Like it's over 100 calls like by like 5 p.m. So I'm all day and I check my call log. It's like every 5 minutes I'm getting a call.
Yep.
10:05, 10:15, 10:17, 10:20. Or I'll get a phone call, then I have to make another phone call. That's sometimes, or you get one call, you call somebody else, then someone else calls you, then you gotta get something else. It's just all day, and then I had to turn off my notifications for all my social medias. Like, so if someone DMs me or Twitter or whatever, unless I open the app, then I won't be able to see it. So, because I was just getting distracted. And I'm pretty bad at texting too, because I get so much shit, like a lot of work related stuff.
Right.
So it's just I feel like I just spend so much time on my phone like every day.
Yeah.
Like,
that's good that you turn them off though, the notifications, because I think I'm about to do that, because I'm noticing over the specifically last 2 weeks, I'm literally sitting there and I'm like talking to my brother like this, and just ding, 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 and I notice his eyes go to it, so my eyes go to it, and then no matter how you try to ignore it, I'll put it on vibrate, and it's just like, dude,
like, try to do not disturb.
Yeah, I have it on right now.
Yeah,
for things like this, and then actually,
I do that at night,
like flipping it.
I put it do not disturb at night, and I don't take it off till like a certain time in the morning, and that helps a lot. Like, yeah, I never used to do that. I would just put it on silent, but you would hear it. Or I'm trying to sleep, and because the phone's in my room, right, and I hear like a little vibration, or someone calls you or something. Yeah, I mean, if it's an emergency, but I mean, hopefully not an emergency. But I always put it on do not disturb, just because I'm trying to get some rest at night, kind of like detached from that.
Oh, for sure. And I even think, to what you just said, is think about how you said, like, what if it's an emergency? I've thought this over the last few years, where I'm like, yo, think about when we were kids. If an emergency happened, you'd find out when you found out. Yeah. You didn't find out like that. It wasn't in an instant. And now everyone's in that mindset of like, oh, well, I have to have it just in case of an emergency. Yeah. And it's like, back then, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's plenty of examples where someone can point out like, oh, if they had their phone, it would. But there's so many of, even though it was an emergency, like, it all worked. It was all fine at the end of the day. You know, like, or you were like, still.
It's never really that big of a problem sometimes.
Exactly.
And maybe if you had it on, you check it out an hour late, maybe that problem got resolved, or it's not as bad as you thought. And then if you were, it gives you more anxiety, like in that moment, like, hey, someone's yelling over the phone, they haven't like kind of calmed down, you know. I don't know.
Right. No, I've thought then I do. Now I actually leave my. Actually, I have a question before on do not disturb. Can your alarm still go off? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. That's why I don't put it.
Yeah, so I put do not disturb, and I put my alarms.
Got it.
I always put like 3 or 4 alarms, but I'm bad.
I put 2. It went down to 2. I had 3 or 4 too, and then
I was like, fuck.
I kept sleep. I just snooze.
Yeah, it's annoying. But now I have to, when my alarm rings, I have to get up. I don't have it next to my bed. So,
that's smart.
So it's still like really close, but it's like over there. So I have to like go walk, get up, walk,
physically get up and go,
and then put it on snooze. And then by that time, I'm already, even though I'm super tired, I don't want to wake up, and it kind of forces you, that walking kind of forces you to just get started.
Get your day going. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Do you have like a certain routine in the morning?
Yeah. I pretty much follow the same routine. Well, it depends. Like sometimes I shave, like, because I shave my head. Okay. Or like when I try to go to the barber, but because I'm always super busy. Like yesterday, I actually set up an appointment with the barber, and I couldn't make it, so I hit him up like an hour before. Yeah. I can't make it. Then he told me, oh, you could come at this time, but I couldn't make it at that time. So I have like some stuff from Sally's, like regular razor and like a regular razor. So I try to shave my head every like 3 or 4 days, because the longer you wait, it's harder.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then line myself up. So that in the mornings I do that. So I wake up and I always keep water. Like I have to drink water, bro. So I drink water right before I go to sleep, and I always have water right there. So the first thing I do is I drink water, just because I just don't feel right if I don't drink water. So I drink water, shave, and then shower, get ready. I have to shower every morning. Like I can't function without it. Like if I leave the house, like I just feel tired, sleepy. I just don't
cold
feel
or
right.
hot.
I like to do hot. I've never really. I used to do cold showers back in the day, but I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I enjoy them in here actually, because I used to be not cold, like not to where I'm fucking.
Yeah, just on the non-warm.
Right, exactly. Yeah, where it's colder than hot, and I moved to Washington. That thing, bro. I moved in the wintertime. That thing converted me into a freaking like the hottest shower, and then also my ex, she would like
steam
yank that thing to all the way as hot as you can, and to the point where sometimes I would go in there and I'm like, yo, my skin's burning, like this shit. But then you got used to it, and it felt nice because you would walk out and like it's cold out, so you're like all warm. And then now that I've been back in the desert, I'm noticing I'm slowly getting back into the cold, because just how freaking
it's
hot
super
it
hot.
is.
You start sweating
so bad.
So yeah, I shower with I don't like hot water, like super hot. So I do shower with the cold side.
Oh, right.
It has a little bit of warm, so it's not like completely
Room
cold.
temperature.
Yeah, room temperature. I don't know how to
sense.
describe that.
Yeah. No, I was talking to him.
But in the winter, though, in the winter, I have to turn it up a little hot because I know it doesn't get cold here, but I still get cold. Like, I'm like, well, it's 50 degrees outside.
I was gonna say here is a interesting cold. Now that I've experienced like winter and real cold over there, snow and all that, is here when it like December time, it's cold where it's the wind's cold. Where you know those nights here where you go out and that wind's hitting your face and it stings. Yeah. I don't remember having that over there in Washington. Oh, but here it's like that wind stings and it's that kind of cold. Over there it's more of a just layer up, you're good. Here it's you layer up and you're still getting slapped in the face by this cold wind.
Over there in like Chicago, like the windy city, but it's also snowing.
Oh man, I would love to do that though. Experience that. I love the winter. I have
some family out there, and they say they have to wear like when it's like super below certain temperatures, they have to cover their nose, or else you get like frostbite on your nose and shit. Jeez. They have to cover their face and like all your extremities, and like it's a nightmare to leave the house and shit.
Yeah, I never got to below. That's probably when it gets. I've seen actually where people like even on their mustaches, it's frosty and stuff, and just the sweat, like your natural sweat you have, starts freezing. And I'm like, what the? I would love to experience that though. I don't know. I'm open. I'm very open to just experiencing new things, and
I always hated the cold. Yeah? I don't know why. I just don't like it.
I mean, your son's fat.
I mean, I don't like the heat either. Like, I don't know if it's 120, 115 outside. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, this is way better than the cold. But I'd rather be 100 than like being freezing. I don't know.
That makes sense.
100 is cool. 115, 110 plus sucks. Like, it doesn't matter. Your car, fucking AC sucks. Your house. But 100, 105, 103, that's livable. 95, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize how extreme this was up until a few customers over there when I was in Washington. They would be like, oh, where are you from? Palm Springs. Like, yeah, and this and that. Well, actually, this was in the summertime over there. Sorry, this was in the summertime over there. I remember they would be complaining about the heat. They're like, oh, it's so hot today. I'd be like, it's nice. Like, I love this. And they're like, what? Like, you're not from here, huh? And I'm like, nah, I'm from Palm Springs. I've experienced 120 plus. And they're like, nah. And their reactions to me, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, they would literally be like, bro, like, that's ridiculous. Like, how do you survive? And I'm like, that's pretty easy, actually. Just sucks, but drink water, drink your fluids, electrolytes, stay indoors as much as you can, honestly. Like, that's what I do. And then they're like, oh, yeah. And then when I came back, that's when I noticed it because I got used to the weather over there. Yeah. Bro, it's extreme here. It's extreme here, yeah. And I never thought about it growing up, but.
There's a couple times last week or 2 weeks ago, I went out of town to work in Upland or Anaheim. And the weather is so much nicer over there, bro. It was like 85. Like, you could actually put your window down. In the mornings, it'll be like 70-something. Yeah. Here, you walk out in the morning, it's like 95, like 6 a.m. You're like, fuck, bro. 95 at 6 a.m. Like, it just...
Like, that was, what was it, like a month ago or so when we had that week of 120 every day, basically? Yeah. And at work, I go in I wake up at 5 because I open at 6. Mm-hmm. But like you said, by 6:37, it's in the high 90s, mid 90s. I'm like, what? Like, oh, it shouldn't be this way. Yeah. But
2 more months. Even September's freaking hot, though. There's times where, like, September doesn't slow down. It's July and August is supposed to be the brutal months.
Yeah, because once October comes, that's when you're like.
October has those nice. It's nice at night. So you might have hot days, but at night it's always cool.
Yeah, and
exactly. Then November, like it just flips the switch. Like the first week of November, it was like boom, cold at like super cold at nights now. Like sweater season is like the best. Ooh, season.
I love that.
Hoodie season.
I love hoodie season. Yeah, for my jeans. Right now, it's funny because I actually. Growing up, I only wore shorts, and then somewhere in the way, probably like early 20s, I just went to straight pants. Yeah. And then right now, I was trying to wear pants certain days, and bro, you just can't. I mean, I have to wear shorts now, with this heat, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I've always been a shorts guy. Yeah. Because since I used to play football or whatever, I always had shorts. Even like, I got practice after school or whatever, I always had shorts with me. And even at work too, because I work construction, so. A lot of job sites here in the desert is more chill. Like, they don't care about like work boots and hard hats and all that, unless you're working like the big corporate jobs. But out of town, when you work in LA, Orange County, they're more strict. So you gotta wear. It has to be pants because of the OSHA regulations. You gotta wear a hard hat and a vest and all that shit. So
makes sense.
So when I'm working here in the desert, I just shorts because also all the supers are wearing shorts. Like, no one wants to wear pants here, but it's too hot. Except last year when I worked at the casino. I had to that one's like super regulated because it was a tri project.
Right.
So every day we had to wear even goggles, and it was during COVID, so we had to wear a mask all day. Mask, goggles, hard hat, vest, fucking pants, like all that shit.
When the goggles fogging up.
Yeah. And the goggles fog up because you have the mask.
Like so bad.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And then now at least you get to take off the mask, or
right.
It's not mandatory anymore, so that's good.
How long did you? Sorry, just to go back. How long did you play football for?
How long? So I played 3 years in high school. I didn't play my freshman year, so I played sophomore, junior, senior year, and then I played 2 years at COD.
Nice. Because I remember last time we were talking, you mentioned that you coached.
Oh, yeah.
I was super interested in that because I've been thinking about coaching a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Soccer. I don't know the age range yet that I want. I'd probably want around like U14-ish, around there.
Yeah.
Like that. But how was that like? Because I'm really interested in starting up.
Yes, I played my final year at COD. So I actually, 2 years I couldn't play. 1 year because I didn't have enough credits. And the second year is because I dropped out of the same math class messed me up. So the math class was 4 units, and I got a W. I got an FW because I dropped out too late or something.
Right.
And then I took it again in summer school, and it was I dropped out of that one too. I couldn't handle, bro. I hate math, and 2, it's like 8 hours of math in fucking summer school. Like that shit just killed me, bro. That sounds
fun to me, bro.
You love math?
I love math. Yeah.
Yeah. It just math killed me, so I couldn't play for 2 years. So I played my first year, and then I couldn't play, and then finally I got to play, and then I actually hurt my knee, so I could have gone to play like some NAIA schools, like they always recruit people. I could have continued playing a couple more years somewhere like in Kansas or some shit. Right. But I didn't want to like. One, I was like, what am I going to do with football? I knew I was going to work construction because it's a family business. I was already working construction during the football time. So I was like, there's no point in me paying out of state tuition to go play football for 2 more years. Like, it's fun, but I also had hurt my knee that year. So in the summer, like the week before the first game, I hurt my knee. Like, I hyperextended my knee, kind of like Giannis.
Oh, like, I saw that.
Well, actually, no, it was like a hyperextension, but like my knee almost fell out the socket. They went like that, and they went back, but I didn't tear any ligaments. Ooh. So I was able to play like the last 4 games, I think, or the 5 games. And I shouldn't have played. I was like right before I went on to that game. Yeah. The personal trainer, because I was doing physical therapy, I was going to like a physical therapy place, and then the trainer was like, "Do you want to get like a medical red shirt and come back next year?" But since I missed those 2 years because of school grades and shit, I was like, I don't want to wait another year, bro. I'm done with football. Like, I want to, but I got like a bad knee, and it was already the second knee injury in the same knee. The first year I played, also hurt it. So it's just like, I don't want to keep like hurting my body when I'm not gonna go pro. I'm not gonna go D1. You know, right? Like, I was a lineman, and I was a captain. I was good, but I couldn't. I didn't have the physique. Like, I'm not gonna get recruited being 5'10", 5'11" when they're trying to recruit like guys that are like 6'4", 6'5". You know. Yeah. So I was realistic about my situation. So I was like, I don't want to play. So I just finished out the season. And like, even on my highlights, like I'm limping all the time, bro. Like just fucking. I shouldn't have played, but I played just because it was my last year. And then right when we finished, me and the homie were at the gym, and we ran into our old high school coach. And then I guess they had just fired the coach, and they were putting together a new staff. And that was like, hey, do you guys want to help out with the freshman team? And we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So we showed up, and then we were coaching freshmen. We were coaching freshmen and then also helping out with the varsity. Okay. And then since we just had finished college, like some of the other coaches, they didn't have a lot of experience because they were either just teachers or parents of the kids. You know, Indio High School, we're not a big football team. You know, like a big like other powerhouses right now. Right. So I was like, yeah, let's go help them out. So we had just finished college, so it was cool. Like we knew a lot, and we were teaching the kids. And freshman team was dope because they're a little immature. Yeah, for sure. 14-year-olds. But we were able to like just like mold them and fucking get them to play great, and we were pretty decent. And then on the varsity team, I ended up helping out. So we would coach freshmen and stay for the varsity practice and kind of like help out with the plays and kind of go over the coaches on how to block certain things because it was me and my homie. We were both offensive linemen, so we would help out with the whole blocking scheme, and we were just running the football and stuff. And you build some cool relationships. So like I still talk to some of those kids. It's been like 5 years. So it was like 20. I coached 15, 16, and 17. So 3 seasons. And like even during game days, I would wear I was on the top talking to the coaches on the field, like telling them on the defensive side, but I was telling them like what the formations. Oh, they got trips right. Right. And then talk to the coach the whole game, like to the defensive coordinator. And it was fun for me. Like I love coaching. Like I want to coach again. And I just haven't. It takes a lot of time.
For sure.
And it's so you kind of have to do it as a passion and something you want to do and you want to help kids. Because I was putting in maybe like 30 hours plus a week.
Oh, wow.
Because you're going to practice like 3-4 hours a day, meetings and then practice. And then game days is like all day thing, like 6-7 hours. And then sometimes Saturdays we had practice too.
Jeez.
So it's like from July to like November, it was just fucking 30 hours a week. It's not worth it for the money, but I liked it. Like
for passion wise,
for
like
passion.
you said,
So I want to do it again just because it's fun. I just
Yeah.
haven't committed to it because I don't have time.
Yeah, it's a whole nother job basically.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much. And it's funny because, like you said, the immaturity part of that age.
Very, yeah.
I think that's why I would want to do that age is because. So, for example, I went to my my nephew's soccer game the other day.
Yeah.
And my cousin-in-law was like, "Oh, dude, he's playing. Come watch him." And I used to watch him growing up. And he was one of those kids that playing soccer, and you 8 and all those, U7. He would score in one game like easy 4 goals, 5 goals. Randomly be like, "Hey, how many you scored?" 10. And it's like, "Oh, okay." And I'd watch him play a lot, and I would see it. And now he's at that age where it's a lot more equal. And I get invited. My cousin's like, "Yeah, they're playing the number 1 team. I think in Coachella or something like that."
Yeah.
I forgot their name, but it was a U14 game, and I go, and you could see it right away. I showed up, that number 1 team, they're touching the ball, talking already. The team that my nephew's on, they're kind of barely waking up. It was an 8 a.m. game.
Oh, okay.
Barely waking up, and they lose 7-1. But what I noticed was walking away from the game, and the team that won 7-1, bro, they won 7-1. And after the game, their coach had them running hills, sprints,
Oh, shit.
up and down. After they just won 7-1.
Yeah.
I get why. I get the whole, trying to perfect it, improve, all that. And apparently I found out, talking to people around there, that he made them do that because he didn't like the way they played.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, bro, they're under 14. They're kids still.
Yeah.
2, they just won 7-1. What are you doing? In my head, I actually couldn't help myself, and I was walking away, and I yelled at the coach. I was just like, "Hey, bro, they're kids. Like, they're not pros." Because I found out also that they practice 5 days that week.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, these kids are going to be overworked. One, they're probably going to hate this sport unless they're the ones asking for it. Which I highly doubt.
Probably the parents and shit.
You could tell the parents
It's
were
always
like,
the parents.
parents were there standing, arms crossed,
Like all pissed and shit.
patting the coach, and they're like, "Good job, coach." Like, you could tell the parents were pushing it.
Yeah.
And the looks on the kids' faces, honestly, they're kind of like, what? Like, ugh, like over it. And I also thought, like, injuries, bro. Like, they're going to get hurt. They need rest.
Yeah.
And so that kind of made me start thinking about it even more, where I'm like, bro, I want to like help these kids just, soccer wise. Because over the last few years, my mentality's changed where I always wanted to coach for the strategy part. I love analyzing the game.
Yeah.
I love that's,
So you
I
used to play,
still love
you used
it.
to play soccer?
I've always played it growing up, never actually like played on teams and stuff. I just, park with friends and stuff.
Yeah. And just love the game.
I loved it. I consumed so much of it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember in my groups of friends when we would talk soccer, and they'd be like, "Oh, like, how do you know these things? So much." They were the ones that were actually on the field, though. They would be on the high school teams,
Yeah.
all the teams. I played 2 years of AY, so that was it.
Okay.
Um,
I played 2 years anyway, so too.
did you?
But I was always bigger, so I had to play football. But I love soccer way more than football.
Do you?
I love
Nice.
soccer, bro. That's all.
Ah, bro, I didn't even know that about you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. When I was a little kid, I used to watch the Liga MX a lot. Well, I used to live in Mexico till I was 9.
Right. I remember you telling me about
It was
that.
all soccer over there, and I used to play every day in the streets with my homies. And Nogales, Sonora, and shit. So
Nice.
like soccer's all and shit, and I wanted to buy a jersey from every team in the Mexican soccer league. I was like, I'm gonna get
That'd be
one
dope.
Toluca and Atlas and Chivas.
Yeah.
Like I wanted every jersey. Like I was a fan of Morelia, which
Mm.
they're not a team anymore because the fucking owner sold the team to Sinaloa, the Mazatlan.
Yeah.
But I wanted a jersey from every team, and I think my cousin has a video. I gotta find it. He has a video on a VHS tape where they came to visit and they interviewed like, "Oh, so what do you want to buy or whatever?" And, "Oh, I want a jersey from this guy." And I used to love goalies too, like what's his name from Pachuca? Canizo? No,
El Caballero
Caballero.
with the hat.
Yeah,
That
Caballero. That
was
was bad.
That was bad.
Yeah, like I used to love that shit.
I think it was Caballero.
And then Rios with America.
I can't.
Adolfo
That's the one
Rios.
team I can't. Sorry.
Osvaldo Sanchez was bad.
There we go. I'm a Chivas fan, so
Yeah.
it's funny because growing up too, I always noticed the goalie. In my opinion, even to this day, the goalie jerseys are badass.
Yeah.
I still think they're like way better than the teams.
Yeah.
So growing up, I would actually go for the goalie jerseys. Like my Chivas jerseys I have from when I was a kid.
Ones. Osvaldo Sanchez was bad though. That was bad. I love like
bad.
he was always pissed off at his defense.
Oh yeah,
always yelling like that.
Commanding. Cool. It was a ultimate captain.
Yeah, he
fool was an ultimate captain, and I got to actually see him in person this close.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, I went to we were in Mexico, and my cousin took us to a practice one day, and we're there watching them practice. The training session's over, and there's these two gates, and the gate on the right, everyone's coming out through there. And we're like saying hi to everybody. And it's a cool thing when you're a kid because you're on TV, you see them as, you know, like, whoa, it's these professionals. Yeah. They're all tall. And then you're seeing them in person. I'm like, whoa, bro, I'm in middle school and I'm almost the same height as this guy. Like, I could make it. It gets you thinking like that. Like, I can make it, you know? And my cousins were with me. And they didn't really care about soccer that much. They enjoyed it. You know, it's in the family. But they were more like Osvaldo. They had the crush on Osvaldo. Yeah. They're like, oh, Osvaldo, like, that's our boyfriend. They would always say that. That's the only reason they went with us, actually. And then I remember we're there waiting. Everyone's coming out. And on the left, on the gate that was on the left-hand side, you just see this guy come out and someone just, Osvaldo! And you just see that fool pacing to his car. Everyone rushes over there. And then we got to see him. And he was just like, oh, guys, sorry, I have to go. Like, and he's like waving everybody. He's like, oh, I would love to sign in pictures, but I really have to go. He was nice about it. And he gets in his car, and then my cousin looks in the car. She's like, "Oh my God, he drinks the same yogurt as me." Like, no. It was funny though, but that was dope to see. And bro, I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah,
you like soccer.
Yeah, I'm a big soccer fan.
Do you still watch it right now, or
yeah?
Who do you go for?
Real Madrid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because I grew up in the 2000s, and it was like Beckham and Zidane, the Galacticos. That's when I was growing up. So it's like I was like, "Wow, that's so cool! They're all playing together." Yeah. So I became a fan since then, and then I love Cristiano too.
Okay.
And then he fucking won all those trophies, and that was amazing. So
yeah. Do you just like one team? Are you so? For me, I like teams in every league.
Every league.
Do you have that, or is it just Madrid?
I used to like Manchester United.
Dope. That's
the same thing. I used to like Beckham because Beckham was his superstar, and I was a little kid. Yeah. So I was like Beckham, and then he moved to Real Madrid. So I used to like Manchester, and then Real Madrid, and then so I don't really follow like the Premier League. I don't have like I root for Manchester, but I'm not I don't consider myself a fan.
Got it.
I'm not really a fan. And Serie A too, I don't really root for a team.
Right.
I like just to watch the important games.
Right.
So I keep up with like the games, but I'm not a fan. Just besides Real Madrid, and I guess national team just like Mexico. Like that's the shit I like.
Right.
Every time.
We got it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not even joking. I was close to wearing my jersey today.
For us,
I was gonna bring it. Yeah, it was a white jersey, but the bad thing is, I don't know if you remember this. It has Neri Castillo's name on the back. Oh, remember that fool or no? Man, that dude could have been something great, but his ego.
Yeah, Neri Castillo.
That ego, man.
There's I just got the new jersey, the one with the pink, the black and pink.
That pink right now?
The pink jersey, yeah, it's a new one. So they didn't get a green one in this like season, or whatever. So they're getting. You didn't see the recent games. There was black, and then all the outlines is like pink. Even the
the is it Adidas still?
I think so.
Yeah. Like the Adidas is pink.
Yeah, like a pink Adidas. So I got that jersey.
That's dope.
Doesn't have a name on the back, but just a jersey.
Yeah.
And I had a Rafa Marquez one from the 2014 World Cup, the red one, the red jersey or orange jersey, whatever the fuck it was.
Orangey red.
It was red, but shit was orange.
Orange.
Yeah, I have a Rafa Marquez one, and then I had a Hector Herrera one.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It's from 2014, and that's the last two I bought. I didn't buy none for the 2018 World Cup or the recent ones.
I like that. I'm gonna start doing that. World Cup jersey.
I usually just buy World Cup jerseys. I want to get a 1998 one. That one has like the Aztec.
Oh, that one's badass. That one's bad. I like the old school ones. I actually just picked up an old school France. See, it's funny because
old school France ones are sick too.
National teams, I have more of other countries.
Yeah.
To where my dad, they make fun of me. They're like, bro, like, what are you doing? Take that Germany jersey off. Because I bought.
Are they jerseys or do you have a player on the back?
Just jerseys.
Just jerseys.
Yeah. Well, the France one I bought specifically because of player. It's an old. It's a 98 World Cup.
Those are sick.
Blue France jersey number 10. Zidane. My favorite player of all time.
That was bad.
He played with some elegance. That was like, bro.
Dude, just on another level.
Yeah.
26 World Cup, 2006 World Cup, just dominated. And he didn't even he was gonna retire. He just showed up for the tournament, fucking dominated, and he headbutted.
That was I just saw
I
a
was
video on
mad.
that.
I was rooting for France too, and they fucking lost. I think I was in middle school at the time, or I don't remember.
We were around there, yeah. Cause I still remember where I watched it. It was in my living room, my parents' house, and everybody there was going for Italy.
Oh, for real?
Everyone else was just like France. Cause I was a big Zidane and Henry fan.
Yeah.
Thierry Henry.
Henry, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but that's funny.
What's your favorite World Cup that you've watched, or the best memories, or your favorite to watch?
That's a good question. But my favorite World Cup, I would have to say, was 2010.
South Africa.
2010 South Africa, because of just that summer. I remember watching most games at my cousin's house.
Yeah.
We had this routine, and that's probably why, because all the other World Cups I watched on my own and stuff.
Yeah.
That summer, I remember we all got together. It was like 4 or 5 of us that would get together all the time. Go to my cousin's house, watch the game. You know how they had like one game and another game?
Yeah.
Like they're
Like
back to back. Yeah.
3, 4 games.
We'd watch a game. It would end. Go to the park. Kick the ball a bit, because you get hyped when you're watching it. We'd kick the ball a bit, come back, watch another one, go back to the park, kick the ball. So it was just an experience of like seeing the games with the people, that I love, and it's going and kicking the ball, and you get hyped, and that group of people. So I have one particular cousin who he gets hyped. He's the kind that will make a boring soccer game exciting.
Yeah.
He's one of those that you play FIFA with them, bro. You're there like if it's life or death.
Yeah.
You're in there like you're sweating. You're standing at the end of it. He yells at every chance someone shoots it. He's like, oh, like he gets all into it. So it was dope. I would probably say that like 2010. Yeah, for sure, easy. It's not, now that I'm really thinking about it, easy. 2010. Yeah, because of that. What about you?
Yeah, 2010. 2010 was fun. I remember 2010. I watched like all the coverage because I was I think I was in high school at the time, so it was summer. I actually had football practice too, because I remember I missed one practice. Yeah. Because Mexico was playing, and I didn't want to go to practice that day. I was like, I'm not gonna miss the Mexico game for fucking practice. So, I got in trouble. That's how I remember. I got in trouble for. I only missed like I would show up. So when it came to football or whatever, like when I commit to something, like I never missed practice. I was there every workout session. I was always there, and I wasn't like the most gifted, and I didn't have as much experience playing football as other kids, because like I didn't play till sophomore year. But I was always showing up, and that's how like my junior year. So sophomore year, I went from never playing. I was JV, and they wouldn't put me in because I was like new and I didn't know shit. Yeah. And I was just working out like all off season, showing up, and then by junior year, I ended up starting on varsity. From not playing on JV one year to next year starting on varsity, just because I worked my ass off. Like I just show up every day, show up to meetings, pay attention, work out, do everything right, and then I was never like fucking all DVL like all these people, but I did my thing. Right. And that's the thing. I carry that to COD too. Like there were some dudes that were like 6'5", 6'4", 6'6", like big old dudes, and I started over them because they didn't know the plays, or they wouldn't fuck around, they missed practice. Oh yeah. You just gotta kind of show up and do your thing. So
that's half the battle, showing up. And a lot of these people, like, man, there's some dudes there that had like so much potential, like just height and size, and they didn't do nothing with it. Yeah. Anyway, so going back to in high school, like I never missed anything. The only time I missed was just because of the Mexico game. That's funny.
The whole time. That was leading up to my senior year, and that one's fun. But for me, 2014 was my favorite one, because 2014 I was 22 or 23 at the time. So I was drinking already, so we would just drink and like watch the games like with like family and friends would come over. Yeah. We'll put the surround sound and then we'd just be like watching to Brazil.
No era penal, huh?
Yeah. I cried that day, bro.
Did you?
I cried. So we were watching it. We thought Mexico had one. It was the 88th minute, and then Schneider fucking scored in the 90th minute. We're like,
I remember now. It's coming back. You're right. Like, it's been so long that I'm just like, no era penal. Like, I remember that, and then like putting myself back in that. I remember being at my cousin's. A bunch of us got together that time, and we're watching it. My dad and my uncle. And my dad's one where Mexico and Chivas games, he doesn't like watching them. He gets too nervous. Yeah. And we're there. It's close to the end, and I remember he's like, I can't watch this. He's like, and I gotta go. So him and my uncle, they take a walk, and they live in Cat City. You know, like by the Maravilla area, that whole neighborhood, Maravilla, Juarez, Whispering Palms.
Not really familiar.
No? Oh, well, that whole...
I've probably been to it.
Where? You know where Panda Express is on Ramon? Yeah. Cardenas? Yeah. Behind them, all that whole big old block. Yeah, those complexes. Okay. And so what they did was they took a walk down the street, and it's like you said, they score, and then literally just a few minutes walking back, and I was done after that 2-1. Yeah. I was like, geez. So I walk. Wait, no. Was it? Yeah.
It was 2-1.
88. Yeah.
88 and like 93.
Bro. So they walked away in like the 85th to take that walk. I remember now. Oh man, yeah.
Man, that's
I
crazy.
feel so. Yeah, they walked away in like the 85th because I can't watch it. There's like only 5 minutes left. Like we can't watch it, so they walk away, and then goal. After that second one, I was like defeated. The whole energy. I couldn't be in the room either. And I remember I walked outside, and I was even like, bro, I'm out of it. Like I need to walk to. And I walked to the street, and I see them at a distance walking back, and I was just nodding my head, like no. And then my dad, I remember making eye contact with him, and I just walked away. So I was like, I don't want him to like
tell him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like was still in the front yard, just sitting down, and they got closer, and he's like, "What happened?" And I'm just nodding my head. And he's like, Nah.
That's crazy.
I'm like 2-1. We lost. He's like, nah. And right there, he didn't want to go inside. He's like, bro,
That's
no.
so
And I'm, yeah, that World Cup. No, that's probably why I didn't bring that up.
It's just fucking nightmares, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, we were watching it, and I was pretty drunk by that time because I think the game was maybe like at 3 p.m. or something.
Yeah,
and
afternoon.
I don't know if it was the second game or something, so we were just drinking, or maybe we were pre-gaming before. And then, like, man, all that thing happened. It was just so much emotions because the game it was a great game, like, objectively, like, even if you're not a fan of either team. And then, I mean, 88th minute. But, I mean, to give credit to, not give credit, but Mexico kind of just fucking, they parked the bus, bro. Like, every time they would get the ball, they would just, like, reventarla. They would just kick it off, and they were literally asking for that shit. Like, they just dropped down, you know? Like, they weren't playing anymore. Like, in the first half, they were fucking, even till, like, until they scored. Once they scored, of course, Netherlands pushed forward, but they just didn't even fucking try to counter nothing. Like, they just parked the bus, and it was bound to happen. But, like, just losing in that fucking fashion, like, it was a fucking clear dive, bro. Like, everybody saw that dive.
Against,
And it was just, like, it was terrible. And then as soon as the game ended, I was just like, fuck. I went in the restroom, and I was just crying.
Yeah, bro, I bet.
I was drunk, and I was fucking super heartbroken. Because it's like every 4 years, like, you lead up to this. And it was such a good World Cup for Mexico because they're against the host, you know, and then like since the opening, the national anthem, there was like 30,000 Mexicans in Brazil fucking singing louder than the Brazil, like the Cielito Lindo at their own game, bro. Like it was tied 0-0, and then Memo was like Santo Memo, fucking
beast,
blocking everything. He became like a meme and shit.
Beast that
like
game.
That one was amazing. And then
so true. Ooh,
it was a game against Cameroon or Nigeria? Cameroon, the first game Mexico played. In
Cameroon,
anularon 2 goals from Dos Santos.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals, and they called it offsides, and both of them were good. And they won with a goal of Peralta. But if Mexico, like, they almost would have won the group because that would have been a 3-0. They tied with Brazil, and then they won 3-1 against Croatia. So that if those goals would have counted, Mexico wouldn't have played Netherlands. They would have played they were gonna play like a lesser team. Yeah, like the road on the other side was just so much better. But
that Croatia game I remember being really good. But it's funny because kind of what you said. To me, everyone blames it on the penal, no era penal, which is easy, you know, penalty. Well, I always think I'm like, at that point we were 1-1 though already.
Yeah,
wasn't it? It was a 1-1. That was that was the 1-1.
No,
that was the 2-1.
Schneider scored.
Before.
Schneider scored from outside the box.
When
fucking
it's Schneider, bro.
Yeah, he hit the shit hard as fuck.
I remember telling everybody after the game, because I'm one where I can be pissed.
Because we could have gone to overtime. But.
Right. But even before that, even when we were still at 1-0, I remember thinking the coaching for me, I was like, this isn't going to end good. Like in my head.
Yeah, they dropped back like every time.
Dude, you take out Dos Santos, who was having a beast-ass game. This fool was doing so much, and you take him out. And I forgot who else. There's someone else where I'm like, oh, that's like going to be I forgot the subs exactly. The Dos Santos one, I remember being like, oh, no, what are you doing? I don't know if he was hurt or if he asked for it.
Or maybe he put more defense. I hate when they do that shit.
That's what was, same thing you said. I'm like, why park the bus when we're playing this way? I get it if it's like, you know, there's those certain teams where I'm going to clubs where they play. Yeah. Remember that Barcelona team a few years back where they were just, you couldn't take the ball away? I get that.
Yeah.
Park the bus against them.
You had to.
You have to be patient. That's the only way you're probably going to win. But that's against one of the best teams ever.
Yeah.
This Netherlands team, the way they were playing wasn't that great. Mexico actually looked better.
They were playing better.
Way better.
Game. The 60 minutes, they were way better.
Like,
and as soon as they scored, boom, everything changed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
That World Cup, actually, we had a really good chance.
Herrera was good, though. Oh, it's because I'm pissed because that game, if they would have won, they would have played Costa Rica and then for a spot for the semifinal. Like,
and you know we could have
beat them for sure.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
So it would have been like I mean, maybe they win, but at least quarterfinals to like at least semifinals for sure.
Yeah.
Then you're talking about playing like Argentina or Germany or whatever. But making the semifinal would have been fucking.
That's already
crazy.
historic for
yeah,
Mexico.
It would have been the best. And you never know, like fucking Mexico always shows up against a good team. So
yeah, I bought Germany's jersey that year. Now that I'm remembering
so
the World Cup.
I was rooting for Germany. As soon as Mexico lost, I'm like, oh, I'm rooting for Germany.
That's 7-1.
And then they fucking, oh, dude, I was so happy so that's why I love the 2014 World Cup because so fuck, it was devastating, whatever. But then you kept watching the games, and then I was rooting for Costa Rica for those games that they're playing because they lost to Netherlands in penalties the following round. So they actually took them to penalties, and then I think Costa Rica didn't allow a goal the whole World Cup.
I didn't know that.
They on the octavos they won in penalties. And then the next round they lost in penalties. But and then the first 3 games they won or tied or whatever. So they didn't allow a goal. That's so dope. Navas didn't allow a goal the whole time.
That was a beast.
So that one's fun. And then you had Germany just fucking dominating. And then you had the Argentina. I hate Argentina because they always take on Mexico and shit. So I never liked Argentina, but it was fun seeing their fans like Brasil decirme que se siente. Tener en casa tu papá. Like that shit was bad, bro. Like
those chants.
I still watch those. Like they have them on YouTube. Since I put it up, just so I could hear the crowd singing. Like I don't know what it is. Like sometimes even if I'm listening to a band, I'll look up like that same song, like live performance, because I like to hear the crowd singing. Like I'm all for like environments and crowds and shit. Like I don't know why, but it's so I go back and so I was talking about the hymno. Since I watch that, or I watch the Argentina like singing in the stadium and shit. So Argentina they have the best fans. I don't like them, but they got the best fans. Oh, they played today. Oh shit.
Oh, the final.
The finals today.
Brazil, Argentina.
Argentina.
It's hard for me to root for. It's just like I agree with you with the fan base, but being on the other side of the fan base, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Their fan base goes in on you, and it's like, bro, chill. I did nothing to you, bro. Chill.
Calm down, Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny, dude. You should check out whenever you get a chance. I went a few weeks ago to San Diego.
Yeah.
To watch the San Diego Loyal game. They're like the second division team. Yeah, badass. I mean,
they're eventually gonna come to the MLS.
Hopefully.
That's what they're saying.
Donovan's the coach and the owner.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I got to see him down there, and it's funny because my
I hated that food too.
Oh, bro, go tell me about
Mexico killer.
And it sucks because he's not sucks, but it's interesting that like you had that rivalry as a fan against him.
Yeah, I love watching those games.
Yeah, but he's super nice.
Yeah,
super cool. My brother met him. He got a chance to interview him. Yeah, and he's super nice, chill. So it's funny when you grow up thinking this one thing about someone, and then you meet him and you're like, all right, he's not a bad dude.
Yeah.
Because growing up, it was in our household, it was you don't even mention that fool's name, but it was just a soccer rivalry.
So okay, that's cool. I went to a Galaxy game, bro, on either March 7th or March 8th last year, right before COVID shut everything down. Because March 12th was when they canceled everything. So we went to a Galaxy game, and it felt weird even going because you kept hearing on the news about the pandemic.
Right.
But it was just like we went to the game, and it was cool. It was the first game Chicharito played at the Galaxy.
Okay.
They actually lost like 2-0.
He didn't do
his
shit. First season.
It was bad.
Yeah.
They lost 2-0, but we went to see him. I was like, hey, let's go to Galaxy. And the Galaxy games are cheap, and it's close by. So we went to see that game, and then COVID got shut down. So that's the last soccer game I watched. I was going to go Saturday to the LA, Mexico, Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
They played at the LA Coliseum.
I didn't even know that. I've been slacking it with the Mexico team.
I was going to go, but I didn't want to spend the money. I was like, I'll just save it.
Yeah.
There's the Gold Cup's going to start soon. But all the games, none of them are here in California because of the restrictions. They're all playing in Texas.
Makes sense.
All those fucking places.
That sucks, bro.
They always have the finals here and shit.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go to a LAFC game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because me personally, I've never been a Galaxy fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of that whole, I don't know if you remember they had that Super League or whatever when the Mexican teams would play the MLS teams. Wait, I think they're coming back with something like that, which I'm excited for. But Chivas would always play Galaxy.
Yeah.
And so that made me not like Galaxy. I liked them for a little bit because of Beckham, but it was more of I'm a Beckham fan.
Yeah.
But when Galaxy was kind of like a rival for Chivas, so I was like, nah, and Donovan. So LAFC came through these last 2 years ago, I think.
2-3 years. Yeah, 2
years. And now, I'm a big fan of their.
I've been to one LAFC game
team.
During the World Cup. So the World Cup was happening, but the MLS was happening at the same time. Some of my cousins were here from Chicago just to watch this 2018 World Cup. They came from Chicago here to watch the games with us. Like
that's dope.
We watched the Korea-Mexico game.
Yeah.
And then it was Mexico, Sweden, and the game started like at 6. I didn't like the 2018 World Cup because all the games were like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So it's like you can't even party or do nothing because like it's so early. Even if you don't want to drink that early, you don't want to. It kind of sucked. But
yeah.
And also like there's no vibe. It was Russia, so everything was like
it was
dull. Yeah. Because 2014 was like Brazil, all fucking vibey and colorful, and party 2010 vibey, colorful, like dope party. Except the bubucelas.
I was about to say, you fucking read my mind. Oh shit. I was really thinking
even
that
was like cooler than fucking Russia. Like Russia had it was just dry and it just was whatever. But anyway, we were watching the game in the morning because it was the last game to see if Mexico made it to the next round, and they lost to fucking Sweden. But then we turned it on to the Korea game because if Korea didn't lose, Mexico moved on, and then Korea scored, and we're fucking celebrating. We're all wearing Mexico jerseys. Like I think I posted on Instagram. We're all like that, and then my niece was a BTS fan, which is like a K-pop.
Oh, okay,
Korean pop, and then she had a bunch of posters, and then we grabbed them. We're all celebrating, like, let's Korea, let's go. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Sun goals, I think. Sun from Korea.
Oh, yeah,
that plays in England.
That was fast,
beast,
super
one
fast.
One of the best players right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's always been underrated. I don't know.
Like, I mean, I think it's just that whole, unfortunately, that whole stigma of, it's the fucking world we live in. Luckily, it's getting better with people don't look down as much. They don't look down upon racism. It's
evolving because all the soccer leagues are getting better around the world. So it's, of course, Europe's still going to be number one, but you have other soccer leagues that are evolving. Countries are evolving. Way better, more tournaments.
Did you hear Mexico, what they're doing about the chant? That they're removing the goalie chant?
Yeah.
Because it's a homophobic.
I disagree with that.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. See?
I don't believe it because nobody means it in a homophobic way. Like, no one's saying that in a derogatory way. I understand it is. Like, the word is.
Right.
But, like, the whole thing, saying it to the keeper and shit, it's just, like, no one really thinks
No, I get that.
It's just part of, like, it's just fun and it's, like, part of the culture. But I understand why they take it as well.
Right. So it's funny because at first I would think, I thought the same thing where I'm like, bro, like, because I remember as a kid I would enjoy it because and like you said, I never even once thought I had bad intentions or anything. So I was like, they're doing it too, and it was fun. And it's a thing that in a odd way brings the whole stadium together because you're all doing it at the same time. But as of recent, what I'm learning, and this is I guess just the been working on myself, is it's even if your intentions are good, certain things you say or certain actions, things you do, can have a big effect on someone else. And it's starting to get like, I'm starting to learn that, and I'm like, whoa, okay, so even if we don't have the bad intention, when we're chanting that, there's someone that could be at that stadium that hears that, and in a way it is used as like a fuck you to the goalie. Yeah. It's basically a fuck you. Yeah. So there could be someone sitting there thinking like, whoa, do they mean like think about a kid sitting there like, are they all saying like fuck me because they're using that word? Yeah, that word. So I'm barely starting to think about stuff like that. I'm like, dude, so I agree with it, but I see what you're saying where I'm like it was as a child, I remember my childhood, it was a big part of going to the stadiums and it's a more of a, I understand. I really understand it, but it's something that's interesting.
It's gonna change because I think they already suspended the first 2 games for the qualifying for the World Cup. They're gonna be played in empty stadiums
because of that. Interesting. That's what I was gonna ask because I heard about it, but I didn't know if they were doing like.
But it's also like hip hop. I'm okay. I understand that shit's wrong, but then I saw some people like make the argument about FIFA being like they're making the World Cup in Qatar, which is using slave labor and fucking like people have died building the stadiums, and they also fucking got like $10 million to have the World Cup hosted in Qatar. Like the FBI had to like investigate. So yeah, they're trying to be moral in like certain issues, but it's like at the same time slaves are building the stadiums for the next World Cup and shit. So
it's like the whole fucking Sha'Carri Richardson. That shit's bullshit. What do you think about that? Her caught with weed, and
I think it's not. I don't know why it's blowing out of proportion. I understand that she was gonna win the gold medal, but she broke the rules though.
So like, I agree with that.
You know that you work your whole life to get this chance every 4 years. Like you don't know what's gonna happen in 4 years. Like she might still be there because she's young, but what if you get injured or what if you don't qualify or you get slower? Your whole life you're working towards this, and you know that that's against the rules, and it's not gonna help her. Like it's not an enhancer like steroids or anything, but if that's the rules, like you got to follow the rules. It's the International Olympic Committee or whatever. Exactly. So it sucks, and I think it's a stupid rule. Like that shouldn't. affect how a performance. But that's what the international rules are, and it's like
no, I agree because I posted when they all came out. I posted it like 2-3 times where I would repost on my Instagram like such bullshit, fuck this bullshit, and people would hit me up like, right, like they should just let it race. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like that's not what I'm saying. Bullshit. I'm saying bullshit to this rule.
Yeah.
Of we're in 2021, it's legal. Like, bro, come on, weed. Like all these people are making money off it anyways. Like let it be allowed. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, and I'm glad you said that. Is I've always been one where I'm like, if there's a set there's rules, and especially in competition for me, it's like, it's not fair to say, you know what, she's so talented, let's let her race, when all these other people that most likely, like you said, would have got second, third, fourth, fifth, etc.
Yeah.
They all followed it. So it's not fair to them. So I completely agree with that. Like, bro, if there's rules, follow it. Like,
yeah.
Like, and I get it where it's even fucked up where like the situation, you know, the passing of a family member, use it to cope, but
I thought that's an excuse.
Use something else to cope. Like, it sounds bad, but like use something like you said, you worked fucking your whole life for this. You can't, like, I don't know. But I agree with you completely, 100%.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's a stupid rule. That's what I would call bullshit when I posted it. I meant bullshit. I was like, that's a dumbass rule at this point in where we're at.
But it's a world rule, you know. It's international. So
exactly,
a lot of countries still have that shit banned. So even states here have that shit banned. So it's
I didn't
not
even
like,
think of that. You're right.
Because it's we always think from the American perspective. Oh, it's legal here, or it's legal, but it's not even legal here though. It's like Texas and other places you still get arrested.
Right, we're in Cali.
Yeah, California. Then of course.
We're in Cali, true.
But Oregon, fucking, they have like all drugs are legalized, right, or something like that.
Yeah, when I was up there in Washington, it was
everything
free go. It's pretty cool.
I mean, I think the world should be better like that. Just let people do what the fuck they want, and they know the consequences. Like, you warn them, give them warnings, and people know. You know you're doing something good or bad.
Yeah, I just heard something at work, and I want to look into it because I'm not sure, you know, how right this is. But I was told that somewhere in Europe, the person that told me said they thought it was Portugal, but they weren't sure. That there's somewhere in Europe where, say you get caught, you know, you get pulled over and you're all drugged up or whatever. Here you get straight to the bin. You get sent to, you know, in jail, prison. Over there, it's the first thing they do is they try to get you help.
Oh, really? Like,
yeah, like help, like therapy or whatever, you know, rehab, all these other things. And he said that when, I think he was reading an article on it or he saw a video, but he said that they're just drug use. Oh, and it's all legal. He's like, and it was all legal. Like,
I think Portugal. I think I heard about Portugal.
And he's like, the drug use and crime rates just went down. Like, they're not as bad. Obviously, here it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought that was something very interesting where it's almost like you know, let's not just go straight to that resort of, oh, you fucked up. What if it was the first time you took drugs?
Yeah.
You're fucking having one night where you fuck up. Now you're going to end up in jail that could potentially fuck up your whole life. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't agree with that either, but I don't know. Something interesting I heard that I want to look into because I'm like, damn, it's a really progressive way of living.
I don't know what the counter arguments for like drug bans are. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess because the crime rate, but I feel like just banning things makes more criminals, right? Like, I wonder what kind of studies they've been doing right now since they legalized weed in California, like how that's affected some of the underground stuff. I haven't looked anything up, but they should be
interesting because it's what you said, right? Like, the more you ban things, the more certain people, criminals, if you want to call them, whatever you want to label them, they're going to want to do it. If it's banned, that's what intrigues them. Yeah. Not the fact that it's weed, you know, or whatever other drug. Like,
because they're trying to get to it because they know it's not easily accessible and people want it. So you're like, okay, let me get it. I'll sell it, flip it. And you involve like guns and all kinds of stuff.
Exactly. That whole lifestyle of, I mean, what's portrayed on TV as like, damn, that's badass, you know?
And yeah.
If you think about it, which is interesting too, like, when you watch certain shows and movies and it's a certain thing, the way they portray certain things, and that's what we're consuming. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, why don't you put out stuff like movies and shows that are just how life actually is, where it's like, hey, if you go over here doing some shit that's illegal, fuck up your whole life. You're not this badass on the streets that's looked up to in a way. It's
like, drug dealers, they've been hyped up over the years, and media makes everything look better. You know, it's like life's kind of boring sometimes.
No, I agree.
And then you look at some movie or some show or something on the internet, and you're like, oh, why can't my life be like that? And then that's another thing with social media, going back to the phones, is like we look at all these people's lives and we compare ourselves, even though we shouldn't, and we all do it. You look at these people and you're like, man, I could be doing that, or oh, I could be doing that, and then you start getting depressed, and it just fucks up your mental by just the shit that they're putting in the algorithm in your face all day.
Oh yeah, it's so important too to think like all these people you're watching on Instagram, they're not all that. They're not all living that way. You could literally, easy example, I can go rent a nice ass car for a day or two, spend those 2 days just driving around different locations taking pictures for like, say I can, in those say 3 days, I rent a nice ass car for 3 days. Those 3 days I spend it just taking pictures in different locations as if I owned it. Yeah. Now I have months of content to put on Instagram, and people think I'm fucking living this nice ass lifestyle, when in reality it's like, dude, I did that for 3 days real quick. Yeah. And a lot of people do that. Not to say everyone, but the comparing part, renting, man.
You go hire models and like renting a fucking mansion with a nice pool. Do the same thing. Create content, take pictures there, make videos. Renting out like jewelry too. A lot of people rent out jewelry. So even for I've been learning a lot about it because I've been making music videos. So I was looking to see, because I rented models for one music video that I did. Right. And so it's like you could rent models, you could rent jewelry, cars, houses.
That jewelry one's interesting.
Yeah, like
I didn't know that.
These pieces are like millions of dollars, so you're not gonna spend that shit just to flaunt. Like, and a lot of these rappers, they rent out the jewelry because it's way cheaper, $2,000 whatever, to rent it for like a day. You take the photos, you do it in the video with like all the bling and shit, and then you return it. And then now everyone thinks you're balling, and the video looks sick because you're fucking all diamonds and like fucking grills and all that shit. So things. It's all fake, bro.
That's interesting.
Music videos, that shit's. It's all rented, like all those nice houses. It's all props and models. There's model agencies. You go hire like an individual model for like those more romantic, like one-on-one scenes, whatever. Right. Or you can hire. They have like batch or groups where you could hire a bunch of just background dancers. So it's like a rap and there's a bunch of girls that you could hire all that. So you can hire them by the hour or by the project and shit.
That's what I always tell people, especially the younger people. I try, the ones in my life, like cousins, nephews, and stuff. I'm like, don't compare. Like, try to live a life where, at least this is my opinion, is one, be grateful with what you have, because someone's always going to have it worse. For some reason lately, when I drive my car to work, that morning drive, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I just automatically, like, in my head, it's like, damn, like, I get to drive my car to work. Yeah. I get to drive a car to a job I have. Those two things alone, a lot of people in this world don't have. And then it's just a life of, like, be present in the moment. Be grateful with what you have. I'm not saying don't strive for more, but it's also like don't compare, because a lot of times you could be thinking, oh, I have this shit life. I want what this person has. And like you said, it's all fabricated. That person can be mentally fucked up. When you're over here with whatever it is, job, family that's loving, or friends that are loving, or even just having a home, it's like, bro, I don't know. I think it's something that everybody needs to try to practice. I think it's a practice. It's not something that comes natural, especially in the world we live in today, where you're just constantly scrolling. Everything moves so fast. That's why I think COVID was actually a blessing in disguise. Obviously terrible for many reasons, a lot of lost loved ones and just in general, but it slowed things down. It made people realize, like, whoa, where have I been these last few years? And it definitely had that effect on me, where I'm like, yo, like, why am I focusing on these certain things that at the end of the day they don't do much to me? And like fulfillment wise, it's like I need to really sit down and think about what makes me happy. Soccer makes me happy, so I joined Sunday League. It's like little things like that. I start watching it more. It's like family, friends, so I'm trying to be around them more, just be more present. And there's a way I was living where I was planning so far ahead. Yeah, it's like we're not guaranteed. Like nothing's guaranteed. Time's not guaranteed. Like you could literally. I mean, the one thing that is guaranteed is we're all gonna leave at some point. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. But who knows if it's going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And I was planning so far ahead where I'm like, ooh, 10 years from now. Boom, which I still think is important, because I think you should find a purpose and work towards that, because it gives you a good guide. But don't get so consumed in that end goal to where you're missing all the things that are the journey, I guess. Happening the process. Now. Yeah, the things that are happening in the moment. And it's, man, just making that shift in my head, like I'm so much happier. It's insane. Happier. Yeah. Like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have met you guys if I didn't start really focusing on, like, you know what, like, people around me that I actually want to get to know. Actually, like, I like what they're doing, and I don't want to just make it like, oh, bro, I'm just gonna hit you up when I need something of you or whatever that is. Like, I'm like, nah, bro, like, fucking now I know you like soccer too, like Suns. I see you posting shit. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Suns in 4. Hopefully, I'm going for that.
Hell yeah, Suns in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID's interesting because for the same, I got super depressed last year, but it did take everything away that's not important. Like concerts went away, even sports went away for a while. Movies, movie theaters, movies canceled. It's literally you were stripped down to like your inner family, kind of like even like your larger family was not even. Because you couldn't even see them, travel, contact, maybe just through cell phones and FaceTime.
Right.
But it literally stripped everything out, and you're left with, like, your core, what you should focus on. Family, friends, communications with the people that matter. Like, everything else is just it's all capitalism and
exactly
just billboards and all this lifestyles and concerts are just distractions. Like, nothing really matters except, like, your tribe, like
core, yeah. And it forced you to be in your own thoughts. At least for me.
Yeah.
That thing, it really got me to reflect and, like I said, realize what I actually want for my life and what makes me happy. But it's interesting you say that too, because I moved back from Washington. So I moved to Washington for 2 years.
Yeah. For college or just to?
No, I got married.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, so I was married for the 2 years I was there. Well, because I met her here in high school.
Okay.
And she lived here. No, so she actually was born in Mexico. I met her in high school, and then we got married and decided to move over there because her family lived there.
Okay.
And she actually was there a year ahead of me. She moved a year before me. I was just saving, and I made the jump. And when I got there, we got married. So it was 2 years. My 2 years in Washington were my 2 years of marriage.
Okay.
And it didn't end well. Well, it ended good. We actually left it off good, but it didn't. Obviously, when you get married, your thoughts are it's gonna last.
Yeah.
And that's why you get married. But it didn't work out, so we both decided to go our separate ways. And I was over there with no one, like without her family,
and friends,
and literally the friends I made those 2 years. I didn't have anything else there.
Yeah,
like all my family's here in the Valley or in Mexico. So I was there, and I'm like, okay, I need to go back. My family, I've been away from them for 2 years. I miss them. My life here is pretty much done. Like, so I moved back, and I was excited because I was like, okay, I know mentally I'm not all right now.
Yeah,
because of everything that happened. Because this is something that people don't think about. They think like, oh, you just break up with that person. It's like, no, bro. I've said this multiple times. I'm like, you break up with the person. You break up with all your thoughts. All my thoughts in those years prior to moving back was what's going to help us. What's going to help our future family, our future goal together, and all that you break up with. Their family, the close relationships you make with them.
Yeah.
So I was mentally just fucked up when I got back. And I put on a good front where I'm like, I'm good. But I remember like looking back now, I was not all here. And then I moved here October. And then January COVID really hit?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was tough.
That's crazy.
Like I didn't
You're
have
barely trying to adjust to a new life.
Yeah.
And then just boom.
And then also in a way I was excited. So I'm like, I'm going to get to, kind of distract myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that. I just had to be fucking at home, which I actually appreciate now because it forced me to really go through it. Yeah. Really think about all that shit. Think about what went wrong, what was amazing, what was bad. And I don't know, I learned so much in that time. So that COVID time span, it sucked because I even lost loved ones. But like it sounds bad, but in a selfish way, like for me personally, it helped me a lot. So it's
a traumatizing experience, and luckily we survived it. So you're looking on the other side. Like for me, 2020, like I don't remember the whole year. It happened,
but it didn't.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It feels like a simulation, bro. It's crazy. Like when somebody brings up something that happened during COVID, then I get all these memories back. Oh yeah, this happened and that. Mm-hmm. But like as a whole year, it's just kind of like a gap. Like it's weird. Like I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's
like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
We all put our goggles on and we're in this whole fucking simulation world.
It was weird, bro.
Took them off. We're like,
it was kind of exciting. Like not exciting, but I remember just being on Twitter all day, bro. Like, oh shit, this is getting shut down. Oh shit, this is happening. Every day you're checking the numbers, what's happening in this world, in this country, and footage from Italy, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, are we all gonna fucking perish? Like, I don't
honestly,
know. It was crazy. But then it's like looking back a year later, it feels like it didn't happen, but it also you still have some. I don't know. It's weird.
No, yeah. No, I know what you mean by that. It's We're all the survivors in a way. It sounds crazy to say, but like you said, like there's moments. I remember this particular moment because you brought up Italy and made me think. Where I'm going on Twitter and I see in Italy where they're all on the rooftops.
Yeah, they ran out of
the rooftops and they're all like in their own not rooftops,
singing,
sorry.
singing,
But like outside their windows. And I'm watching that. I'm like, okay, like they're all shut down to a point where they can't leave their homes. So just for entertainment, they're singing out their windows. I'm like, what does that mean for us?
Because they were first. Then we're like, oh, when is it gonna get here? And I remember that was like they kept saying they had curfews. Certain people could go to the grocery store, like one per household, like a certain time. There was like police patrolling the streets. You're like, fuck, when that's gonna happen here? Like, damn.
And that's what scared me, because I'm thinking Europe, just be real. I mean, I'm not gonna say this as in like it's a fact, but from what I've seen, my experiences is outside of the U.S. there are a lot more law-abiding citizens than here.
Yeah, it's because there's nationalism. You see it with like sporting events. Just here, general, people.
Or America, you know, it's how, and
so everyone's individual here.
And that's what scared me, because I'm like, once it hits here, you know, no one's gonna follow that fucking one person house. There's gonna be the fucking groups that are gonna go, and we saw with everything that was going on with that whole time frame of Black Lives Matter and the riots.
Everything just kept escalating,
man.
Bro.
I was literally like, what the fuck? Like you said, like, bro, is this a movie? Like, 20, crazy. What is it? 2012, that one movie?
Bro. So I was like, hey, I think it's supposed to be 2021. The Mayans got it backwards.
Exactly. Fuck. What a trippy time, bro. Now we're here, no mask. Do you wear a mask when you go out right now?
No.
Yeah, I stopped. Well, fully vaccinated and all that, but I take it.
Did you ever catch COVID?
I never got positive for it. I want to say I did, but I can't. I don't have proof. But I actually had a call off 2 days in a row from work, which was odd.
Yeah.
And I felt super fatigued. Like, I've never felt that fatigued in my life, where I was laying on the couch at the apartment, and bro, I like, just to get up, literally like to sit up, it fucking was just hard.
You lose your breath and shit?
The breath was, I didn't focus so much on that, so I don't remember, but I just remember focusing on like, why am I so weak? Like, I'm never this weak. Like, why can't I lift that dumbbell up? Yeah. Like, it's like a 5-pound dumbbell, 10-pound dumbbell. Probably like a 10-pounder, but it's still, or I could toss a 10-pounder. And like those 2 days, I couldn't lift it. Like, it would take a lot for me. I could probably lift it off the ground. And then I just remember, I kept thinking like, hopefully I'm just dehydrated. So I just kept drinking fluids, coconut water, all these things, electrolytes. And bro, I felt the fever hit. I got a fever. I remember I was like, this is okay. Like, shit. So then it was one day I called off, because I was just like, whoa, kind of fever wise. I was like, oh. Second day I called off, the fatigue really hit. After that second day, I went to get tested.
Yeah.
And it came back negative. So I was like, I don't know if it was too late already at that point. I don't know how the whole and it was at that time where they didn't even know what they were doing, the doctors.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, so asking questions. He's like, well, just take the test and we'll see if it's positive or negative. I'm like, you're not answering any of my questions, bro. Like, he didn't even, you could tell they didn't know. And then it was a weird time, but I think I did. I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, I had it almost a year ago. It was the last week of July. So it's almost a year since I got it. Yeah, it was I was kind of putting myself at risk though. Ooh, so there was a whole weekend. I don't know where I got it. So there was a weekend. It was like it was my friend's birthday, late July. Then we went to his house. It was like maybe 5 of us just to like happy birthday, whatever. And then so we hung out there. Then I went to the Index Room, which is a recording studio in Palm Desert with my friend Mills. He was recording his album. So he went there and we were all there. There was like another 6 guys. We were in one room. And then from there, I went to shoot a music video like the following weekend in the desert. But that was like maybe 10 people. It was outdoors, but we're all like close to each other and filming the video. So it was like a span of like, it was all in the same week actually. It was like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like I was around a shitload of people. Yeah. And I put myself at risk. I was wearing a mask, but even just being around people. Right. And then the following Monday, I went to work. And I just felt like something like itchy. I was like, oh, it felt weird, but I didn't have a cough or anything. It just felt something in my throat. I was like, did I just wake up like maybe the fan was hitting me? Sometimes you sleep with your mouth open and you wake up all dry. So I was like, oh, nothing's happening. And then maybe like at noon, I was just sweating. Like I just felt like I was sweating. I was drinking water because I drink a lot of water, but then I was just sweating, bro. I was just like, what the fuck? Like it doesn't feel right. And then I was wearing my mask, and then like the next morning, I woke up like with I don't know if it was a cough or a cold. Then I was like, oh, I can't go to work. So I the first day I did work through the like itchy throat, and then the second day at work, I didn't go to work because I was like, I don't feel good. So I went to just get tested, and maybe like 2 days later they had that, oh, you're positive. So I didn't. So it was like Monday. Then I got the test on Tuesday. I got the results like on Thursday or Friday, and then on Saturday I woke up fucking sick, bro. Like I was super tired, like trouble breathing, all that shit. I never lost the taste or smell, but I did. And then just that Saturday I was super tired. Sunday I just had fatigue, but I had no other symptoms. Like I was fine. I was just in my house, but and then the only thing that sucked was like, cause I live in a 2-story, so going downstairs and going upstairs, like I would get winded, but just going upstairs, I would be like fuck. And I would get fevers like once a day, like maybe at 5 p.m. every day. Like I would just get like my shoulders were hurt and fevers, but throughout the day I was fine. So it was kind of, I didn't have a really bad case of it. But my wife tested negative the first time she took the test. We both took it the same day.
Okay.
And she was sick and she tested negative, and we both stayed in the same room because we both had it at the same time. Yeah. And then she took a second test because she's like, there's no way I'm not, because she was sick.
Yeah. Like,
and the second test she took was positive. So maybe
that's where I'm telling
you,
the
timing.
It was that time where it was like weird too, where one test was negative, another one was positive.
Yeah, and we were like the first people in our family, like my family and her family, like inner circle to get it. So everyone was like, "Oh fuck, are we gonna die? Like what's going on?" But no, we got took about 10 days. Then we took a second test, and then we were negative. And then I went back to work, and I was just like, I had a lingering cough for like a month. That they say that's the thing. Like I just had like a light cough, and I was like super tired, but like it was just fucking. That was kind of weird.
Sounds like a trip. I was gonna ask actually, how's the process like for you when you found out? Like contacting everybody right away, like yo, just heads up, or was it like?
Well, I texted my friends,
right, like the people you were around and stuff.
I was like, hey, so I hit up the people that were doing the music video. I was like, hey, I tested positive, and I texted the other group of friends, and another guy from our group of friends tested positive. So this guy, he was the party for my friend's birthday and at the music studio. So I don't know if I got it from him or he got it from me.
Right.
But it was only us two that got it. And then from the film crew, I think one other person got it, and then everyone else didn't get it. And they were all around us and shit. So
yeah.
And then I told everybody. And then at work too, I was just like, hey, what?
Heads up, bro.
Heads up. Like I just double check, make sure you get tested or whatever. But no one else got sick. I usually don't work with a lot of people. I'm mostly just dropping off stuff or on the phone, like I said, driving different job sites. But I'm not there like all day with one person or whatever. So I was still able to work over the phone.
Yeah.
I tried not to, but like, bro, my eyes would hurt. Like I couldn't even look at my phone or a TV. Like we would put on
I remember that
Netflix or HBO, whatever, and we would just listen to the audio of the shows, but like we couldn't look at the screen. Like my eyes would just hurt.
Dude, it's funny you said that, because hearing your experience, it reminded me of, I had a little more. So I remember during the fever time, the sweats, like you said.
Yeah.
And the achiness, like the part of the fatigue, the achiness. And then also the same thing where I couldn't watch TV. It was giving me like a nasty migraine.
Yeah.
Like right above my eyes. And I remember that where I'm like, and it was like 5 minutes in and I'm like, whoa. Like,
yeah.
Dude, it's just started. I barely put this. And I would have to like just turn it off, and I'd cover myself with a pillow. But it sucked, man. So I don't know if I did or not, but I never retested.
Yeah.
But I mean,
when did you go back to work after that?
Like 3 days after.
3 days after?
Like it was, I took the 3. No, it was like 4 or 5 days after, because I remember it was took a Thursday, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday I have off. Monday I went back because I was feeling okay.
Yeah.
And because my test, I was like negative. I'm negative. But I mean, I probably should have got retested. But I mean, everyone else was fine at work. They were all good, and at this point, everyone's all vaccinated and stuff. Which I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with this vaccine. I've heard so many different things. I'm just like, you know what? And a lot of people say it might be a stupid way to live, but whatever. It's just the way I'm going to live. Is we're going to have to, how do I say it? There's certain things that's going to happen where we're going to have to do them if we want to live kind of a free life. Yeah. I say that in quotes because, like, for example, the vaccine thing. When it first came out, all these things about, oh, you shouldn't get it, you should get it, all this. The first thing I actually thought of was, well, events, things, once things reopen, they're going to be like, are you vaccinated? Yeah. Or not? So I'm not going to put myself in a position where I can't be doing things that I want to do. So I'm just going to get it. And I actually am one that, even though I like to listen to conspiracy theories, I'm not fully, invested in all of them. I don't believe them all. And I believe in medicine too. And just, I find it hard that it's how is the whole industry going to fucking, lie to us? Like a whole industry of, I don't know.
I like conspiracy theories too, but it's just for the vaccine, it doesn't make sense for them to do like some I don't know, that people think it's like microchips and they're gonna kill you in 5 years.
Bro.
They're not gonna kill fucking 1 billion people,
That's
bro.
what I'm
They
thinking.
need to make money from us.
Exactly. And then even then, they're like, "Oh, bro, I'm not getting it because I don't want a microchip and I don't want to get tracked." Bro, you have a phone, don't you?
Dude, the phone's already
You're
microchips.
tracked.
I saw
You're
that
tracked.
on, I don't know, Instagram or YouTube, or I don't know where it was, but someone's like, oh, that they're scared of getting microchip, or I'm never gonna put that on. But you already got your phone, and they track all your shopping, they track your location, They know where you're at, what you like, your interests. That's the microchip, and
Exactly.
you don't force yourself, but you can't live without your phone because work or there's some interactions that happen through the phone.
Yeah.
Your email's connected to it, you know.
Exactly. Calendar.
Everything. Alarm, like you don't need an alarm, you don't need a TV, you don't need a computer.
All on, bro.
You could edit shit on there, like it's crazy.
Especially now, like, dude, so many kids where I just see them on this tablets.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
I think it's dumb, but then at the same time, it's like
it's the way the world is.
The world's gonna evolve to where they're gonna be on VRs and fucking all day. So it's like, are you holding them back from them learning these technologies? So by the time they get older, they're not behind. But then it's like, is that really for them to stare at a screen all day? Like, it's just, I don't know.
No, I know. I
feel conflicted there.
I thought the same thing because my first immediate thought was like, it's funny because I compared it to my childhood, and I'm like, bro, like, man, like, you guys need to go out and ride bikes and be out in the, have that creativity, the freedom of just being creative outside, and not even that, just fresh air. It's being, outside playing, as having that imagination. But then my mind went to, wait, that was my upbringing because of the time I grew up in. I'm like, they're growing up in a time where, like you said, like, okay, if I take that tablet away from them, are they going to be behind? Like, in a world where their basic needs, they're not going to know how to do because we took them away from a tablet.
Yeah.
Because who knows, the way the world's going, it's going to be all, like, the movies we've been watching for the last few years.
Ready Player One, bro. That's going to be
going to be dope, actually. Kind of dope. There's parts.
You have any of those like Oculus Rift and all that?
Nah, I used to be super into technology. I still am. I love technology. I'll always love technology, but I'm not as involved with it as I once was.
Yeah.
So even like little things like my Xbox, I don't play it as much anymore. But I used to be super updated on everything. Now the Oculus and all that, I'm not sure exactly which one's the best brand and all that. The drones and all that. I'm kind of lost right now.
There's so much stuff out there, bro. And I used to be the same thing. Like, I used to keep up with like the latest news and releases and even movies. For a while, I was like super into movies. I still go to movies now. But I used to collect and do movie reviews on my YouTube channel. I used to do movie reviews and stuff. So I'm like on to film. But now it's like I don't pay attention as much. I used to like look up like, oh, this movie's coming out and that's the director and this is the cast that's gonna be in it and this new series is dropping and this, and it's like I kind of detach myself from all that. I don't know, maybe it's because we're getting older and you just kind of like focus on different things or new interests. I don't know, but as far as like the Oculus and all that stuff, I want to get a VR headset, but I feel like I've seen some of the games they haven't shipped. I haven't played them, but they look kind of whack.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many of them, but the ones I've seen, I mean, they're not. It's something that doesn't really interest me a lot.
Sports features. I've seen like the commercials. They have like courtside NBA. You watch live games.
Oh.
They have like a camera courtside, so you could see like.
I'm interested in that actually.
Like if you were like those $2,000 seats in the front. Like that sounds fun.
I'm kind of interested in that. I did there's a game big ol' arcade I went to in Seattle once. Dope ass arcade actually. I forgot what it's called, but there's this game they have there. Big ass thing where you put the headset on.
Yeah.
And it's music and there's things coming at you and you have to dodge them. I don't remember if you had to dodge them or swipe at them.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but with the music, bro, that thing, it was actually pretty cool. Like
pretty
with how
intense.
yeah, there you go. That's the perfect word. It was intense, dude. Like you're literally like, oh shit, I'm about to get hit. Like I'm about, and if you feel it, and then with they have like oh shoot, my bad. They have air coming at you.
Oh, so it's like 4D, 3D.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So it's literally the noise. You got the visual, the sound, and the feel. Like it's hitting all your senses. So you're literally in that freaking world. It's pretty badass, actually.
That sounds cool.
Other than that, like having one at home doesn't. I don't know. Actually, now that you got me thinking about the
NBA
courtside stuff,
I think you can still watch movies too on it. Like you put on the headset and watch a movie. Like I don't know how that works.
Be a trip.
But just like in your face. Is that good for your eyes though? Like having that screen in your face all day.
That's true. I haven't thought about that. It'd be cool if you could be in a World Cup.
Oh, dude.
Fucking
Qatar 2022. Are you gonna go or what?
Oh hell no. Not for any. It's just that's too far. I'm waiting for the one after
2026.
Yeah,
I know, bro. I'm
North
taking
America.
that. I'm saving up. I'm taking the whole month off.
Fuck
I want to travel the U.S., go to all these games.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know any details yet, but I definitely want to.
I've already been talking to cousins too. I'm like, hey, we got time.
You gotta save up.
We got time.
Start saving up now, bro.
Yep,
Because it's gonna get to that time when it's gonna start, and we're gonna have enough money to do all we want. You gotta take a month off too.
Yep. And then by then, I think it's gonna be a lot more popular in the U.S.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be expensive. And you know how the U.S. is in general. It's just gonna be expensive.
It's gonna be expensive either way.
Yeah.
And people are gonna come.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Because it's safer. I feel like a lot of people don't want to go to Qatar because you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hot as fuck. And it's gonna be in the winter. The World Cup's in December.
What? I didn't even see. I haven't been following with the what.
Because it's too hot. It's like here, 120 summers.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the players can't play in that heat, so they're moving it to December 2022.
That's kind of odd. Just switch the location.
They should just switch it here.
That's wrong. Yeah.
Well, that's so when FIFA got I forgot 2010, 2012 when they drew where 2022 World Cup was gonna be at. Everyone said that the U.S. was gonna get it because infrastructure. It was time again. They have the money, the resources. All the stadiums are built. We don't gotta do shit here because we got all the football stadiums. Mm-hmm. So it made sense for them to have in the USA, and then FIFA's like Qatar, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? That makes no sense." So the U.S. I don't know who started it, but the FBI started investigating because they're like, "There's no way that shit was like legit fucking voting." And then they found like the last like FIFA official or the president of FIFA, whatever, and like other people. They took bribes from Qatar, $10 million here, $5 million here. Yeah. They arrested them and shit.
The corruption.
And the FBI got involved because they're like, or somebody made that call, like, hey, there's no way they fucking chose them over us. Like when they had no stadiums, like they had literally 0 World Cup ready stadiums, and here they had everything.
I think that happened in 2014, 16.
2014, 16?
I think so. So I remember hearing about that or watching some show or documentary on it. Was it? I think it was a documentary on it. Or just videos, but.
So World Cup in December. That sounds weird because it's always a summer event.
Yeah.
You know? Hang on the summer, but then winter, it's going to be cold.
I mean, I get for the purpose of, but it's like what I said. They should just switch the location if it's too hot. Because here, bro, I almost passed out a few weeks ago. Sunday League, our game was at 2 o'clock. It was 118 and dry, humid.
Damn.
Bro, I couldn't think. I couldn't talk. And I'm one that when I play, I like to communicate.
Yeah.
I love talking the whole game.
What position do you play?
On this team, I played right back.
Okay.
But like when I played in AYSO and stuff and center back. Okay. But my uncle told me, because he's a coach, he's like, you're only playing there right now because you're conditioning.
You run back and forth?
Huh?
Because you're running back and forth?
No, the opposite is like, I can't run right now. Yeah, I just stay back. So he's like, once your conditioning gets, he's like, I want you center mid. I'm like, oh, okay. I really got to start running then. Like,
yeah. Is that really competitive or is it like cash?
It's a mix of both. You get your teams where, you know, they're not too
like
into
college kids and shit, they're all just running all day.
It hasn't been a lot of those. Oh, no. I think our last 2 games, like the 2 best teams are those, the younger ones. But I noticed is the older guys, bro, you gotta be careful. Sunday League. These older guys, I'm talking about older guys.
Yeah.
They take it serious and they try to take you out.
Colmillo and shit.
Dude, there's a one game where I literally like running, I kicked the ball out because I didn't want to risk it, so I just kicked it out. And the ball's out already. I'm like already walking kind of, and that fool comes at me. I'm like, what? Like, what the hell, bro? Like, and he just like, I forgot what he said. Something in Spanish. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, that's how we're going to play. Okay. So the whole game after that, it was just little, you know, little nudges, elbows here and there. And then, that's bro, crazy. they get into it, and it's literally, they'll just kick the crap out of you. And you're like, bro, I didn't even have the ball. Like, why are you kicking me? Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, just trying to start fights. And that's kind of I've noticed. And
they're trying to get in your head.
Our team noticed that's their tactic, because we actually been doing pretty good. Aside from this last week we lost pretty bad. Not last week because of 4th of July, but the week before.
Yeah.
We lost, and that was only our second loss.
Okay.
So it's funny, our first loss was against the last place team.
Oh, damn.
And dude, they're like, not in a bad way, it's just they're bad. They're not a good team. Yeah. And the reason we lost was that game, it was nothing but chirping, arguing, little fights. Like, so we got out of, you know, they got in our heads. We just got out of our character and we gave into their game.
Do you guys practice?
No, there's like 4 of us that just go. Most of them just show up. There's like 4 or 5 of us that Tuesdays and Thursdays at the park.
Yeah.
Lately, I haven't been going. I cut my I had stitches.
Oh shit.
And the doctor was like, you can't
Sweat.
You can't sweat. You can't get it dirty. Keep it dry.
Yeah.
Like, definitely can't play soccer. And I was like, okay. So for that reason, and then yeah, bro. Actually, I didn't. Last time I saw you, I didn't have it, huh?
No, what happened?
Yeah, I was at work, and we have these 4-foot rings, concrete rings that are perforated, that they go underground for drainage system, like dry wells. And our driver called off that day, and I'm the other guy on the insurance. So I was like, I'll take him. I'll be the driver today. So I'm delivering all these things, and it's like thousands of pounds in the back of the truck, 6,000 pounds plus. And I'm there, and these rings, you have to unload them with they get their, their tractor, and they freaking hook up the chains. And you basically put the chains around the ring, and with the tension, when they go up, it hugs it.
Yeah.
So it tightens and it lifts it up. And I'm trying to put the chains over, and when you're pulling one side, you can't pull the other side because the chain could open.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling one side, and then I don't know why the guy on the bottom, and this was the guy from he's not even from our company.
Yeah, he's
from
the one receiving
the receiver, and he pulls on it. So that thing opens, and the force, it threw me to the ring. And luckily I was able to react. So I took my hand out, and it just got my like in between my pinky and my the finger next to it. I don't know the ring finger. Yeah. My pinky and my ring finger right in between. It just cut it open, and you could see my bone.
Oh, fuck.
And it was just dripping, and then I duct taped it, finished the day.
Yeah.
Went to the doctor after, and I was like, oh, bro, like, it's bad. Like, he's like a few centimeters more, or if a tendon would have got hit, you would have been in the ER getting surgery. Like, you could have lost your pinky. I'm like, what the?
That's crazy.
Like, bro, yeah. So I got him removed yesterday, and got to put this. It's funny. The doctor was grilling me yesterday because I got him removed, and he was like, oh, no, 2 days ago. Sorry. I got him removed 2 days ago. And right away, he's like, did you keep the splint? Are you sure you didn't play soccer? This and that. And I'm like, yeah, like, what are you talking about? He's like, because the wound's still open. I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, the stitches are there, but you still have a little bit of open. The wound's still a little bit open. So he put that super glue, the bond.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's your new skin for a bit. You got to put this ointment. So after Sunday is when I am cleared I can go back to the park. Free. Yeah. I've been itching, bro. Because mentally, that's like in a way, like that's my meditation.
Well, it's a physical, it's like a community thing because you get to play with your friends or your homies and shit. And then you're physical, so you're actually exercising.
Right.
And it's fun exercising because, gyms, once you get in that gym routine, is fun. Or you wake up at 4 a.m., go hiking every morning.
Oh, yeah.
Psychos and shit.
Motivated. I like it.
But it's like that one's like, oh, I'm going to go play a game. And it's still exercise and hard, but it's more of a community thing.
Yeah. And I've never been a big gym guy, which I actually want to get into because I slimmed down to a point where I'm comfortable with my size that I want to build muscle over it.
Yeah.
And I love cardio, actually. Like, that's the thing that I enjoy when it comes to physical stuff and obviously sports. So being at the park running, that's what I like. And being at the gym, it's too, for me at least, it's too like slow paced. Stationary. There you go. That's what I was trying to think of. Stationary, where I don't like you do a set. Don't get me wrong, you can be bouncing off nonstop, but most gyms you do a set, you gotta wait for another equipment or something, and it's like, all right, that kills my energy,
and it's
kind of
awkward, like you just there's other people watching you and shit.
That too, it's a little like, bro.
And then I hate running into people, then you end up talking for like 10 minutes, and it's annoying, bro.
And then some people don't even go to work out; they're just there on their phone on a bench, and I'm like, bro, I've been waiting for that bench, and I see you just sitting there texting. Like, get up, let me do my set, and then you can go back. But I don't know. And at the park is just free. Say there's people doing that, I can just go to another side of the park.
Yeah.
It's like, so the cardio part I enjoy. I'm excited to get back into running. It clears my mind so much. It's insane. Yeah. I'm
not a big exercise guy. Well, I used to work out a lot during football.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I want to say 2017, 2016. Man, I get confused these years, but we did the Joe Rogan Sober October challenge.
Yeah.
The first year they did it, but we didn't do it in October. We did it in November because we found out not midway through, but maybe the first or second week of October. So we're like, let's not start in the middle of the month. Let's start in November.
Fresh.
And we fucking, so our challenge was to run 3 miles 15 times in a month.
In that month?
Every other day. 3 miles. Okay. And there was no time. You didn't have, you could walk the whole thing if you wanted to.
Okay.
Bro, my knees were done. By the last week, fucking just 3 miles, my knees would start hurting, my ankles. But that was the best shape I've ever been. Because I played football, so I was an offensive lineman, so we were just lifting and not a lot of running. Like receivers and the other guys, they do a lot of running. Mm-hmm. But us, we were just it had to be more strength and some conditioning. But that was after football, so then we were just running. And I used to go to high school and just run fucking laps and run around town and shit. That shit was just like, it was fun because I never done it before. And then once you get the routine, so the first couple times were hard. And we did it 15 times. So by like 10, 11, it was pretty fun.
Did you ever get to that flow state?
Yeah.
Where your body's just moving. Yeah. Your breathing's easy.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was like in the middle. Like in the beginning it was hard. And at the end was hard. The middle parts was cool. So
that was amazing.
The last ones were hard because I was already like, my knees were already hurting. My ankles, like just keeping up. It was too much. Mm-hmm. But like all those middle runs were amazing. Like I look forward to every time, bro. Like I just want to go out and do something. Like
that's funny, yeah.
And you definitely get into that flow state. And then recently I saw I know I can't do it, and it's probably gonna take me a couple of years. But the David Goggins, the 4x
was a beast.
What is it called? The 4x4x48 challenge.
What's that?
So I saw this YouTube video. It's like, oh, trying the 4x4x48 challenge. I was like, what the fuck is that? So you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours.
4 miles every 4 miles every. Wait, but how do you?
You rest with this 4 hours. You could take a nap, go to sleep, wake up, run 4 miles.
But if you do it every 4 hours, you would have to complete it in a certain time to where, or is it kind of run it at your own pace, rest for 4 hours?
Yeah.
Or do you have to run the 4 miles in 4 hours? Because that's tough.
No, I think it's, I don't know, to be honest.
Just for 2 days, run 4 miles and then take a 4 hour rest. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I thought about that too
that
much.
just sounds hard as fuck, bro. Like,
first
of all, I can't even run 4 miles right now, so that's going to be hard for me.
That's getting me, like, excited. I want to try that.
You probably could do it since you're playing soccer.
Not right now, but.
But that means you got to take, like, those 2 days off work because you got to be able to take, like, 4 hour naps, wake up and run again.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Like a Friday night, more rest on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Like, start Friday night, but you can't even sleep. You can only sleep, like, 3.5 hours, and you got to wake up and, like, get ready for the next run.
I'll keep you updated on that if I do it.
That sounds fun, bro. Like, I was like, that sounds like something that's, like, for me, that's, like, super difficult, and I can't do it right away, but I think you probably
I can get to it probably because it's been a while. So when I started this year in Sunday League, I was doing all right, and then it's funny, they actually make fun of me on the team, some guys, because I've missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes sense. I haven't played organized soccer in 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And the shit I put my body through, bro. Like I went from all my life I was big. High school, a little after high school was when I was at my biggest. I was close to 260. I was a 258. I'm pretty positive I went over that. I just was always avoiding scales.
Yeah.
But the one time I saw the number, it was 258, and that's when I was like, okay, I want to change this. Especially someone that I like playing soccer, and I'm like, I can't keep this up with that sport specifically. Yeah. So I went from 258 to 170. And
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, 170 right before I moved to Washington. So like 2016-ish. Mm-hmm. I was 170, best shape of my life. 170 running. I was able to knock out like 2 miles in, what was my time? I mean, I was one that I don't like really timing, but it would take 2 hours. I don't remember, but 2 miles I'd be able to knock out. I was saying like, wait, 2 miles. Oh, sorry. No, I'm thinking 7 miles I'd be able to knock out.
7 miles?
Without stopping in about an hour, maybe a little less.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, and then moved to Washington, got back up to about like 230. So 2016, 170, 2017, 18, I got back up to like 230.
Yeah.
Moved back. When I moved back here, I was at 215. And right now I'm at like 175-ish. And my body just, bro, it's, just I can feel it. It's been through a lot too. Where
what about like dieting? What kind of diet do you follow when you drop?
When I drop?
Just eating healthy and running a lot or what?
When I dropped the main one, the 260 to 170, that I did a specific paleo diet.
Yeah.
The paleo diet, you know. I did that. That helped a lot. I cut out soda, juice. It was just water pretty much. Every now and then I would buy those like little packets of 0 calorie, no sugars.
Electrolytes.
Crystal lights thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The flavoring. Didn't really drink alcohol at all. I smoked back then a lot. Just didn't help. It just random. I don't know why I even said that. Yeah. But that's kind of how my life was then. And then Washington, those 2 years, bro, it was literally like every day, especially the last year. Once things were going downhill for me, the last year, it was, I'd wake up. My schedule was bad, bro. I'd wake up, take a hit of my pen, get ready for work, because I clocked in at 7, worked at a Honda dealership. Stressful ass job, by the way. When you're working with people's cars.
Yeah.
And first 4 months I did sales, and then the last year and a half that I was in Washington, I did service. I was a service supervisor. So when you're working with people's cars and they want that shit like that, and parts available, things like this, super stressful. So I'd clock off at go in at 7, clock off at 5:36. And I worked every other week, 6 days a week. And literally my schedule every day was clock out. As soon as I clocked out, hitting my pen, get in the car, drive to McDonald's, get a meal, depending how high I was. It could have been a fucking huge ass meal. It could have been still, at the minimum, a large meal.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it was large meal. Then we get those other 2 McChickens, those nuggets, like boom. Then I'll drive home, pack the bowl, fucking roll joints, be high all day just because things weren't going good for me. So I was just trying to
be high all day.
Yeah, trying to fucking mask it and all that. And my ex at the time, she would get home at like 11 p.m. because she worked restaurants. Yeah. With leftovers, which was pasta, loaves of bread, bomb ass food. Don't get me wrong, pizza, but it's not the healthiest, So I like be high as fuck. She would get home, we would smoke together, and I would eat all that. Then after that, I would like drive to fucking Dairy Queen, get a big old Blizzard. Then after that, have gancitos and pinguinos. Like, bro, it was bad. And it was every day. Go to sleep at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Wake up at 7 again the next day. 6 actually, because I had to be there by 7.
Get ready, yeah.
And that was for every day for months.
Yeah.
So my life was just mentally, I was fucked up. Physically, I was fucked up. And so when I moved back, I just focused on, bro, I gotta get back to what I want for myself.
Yeah. I had in 2015. Mm-hmm. So I had just finished football, so I was maybe like 260, 270.
Yeah.
But I was fucking strong. Like I was squatting like 450 pounds, benching like 335.
Yeah.
Deadlifts like 400. So I finished football, and then I started working at a gas station. So I was a cashier. So I had to open the store. Mm-hmm. And then every morning I had fucking bread with coffee every morning. Yeah. Like those little Mexican breads and shit.
Oh, so good.
And then for lunch, it was a gas station, but also it was a taco shop. Uh-huh. So I would have tacos for every fucking day, like tacos. And then I would take home like snacks. So we watch movies, smoke, and like hang out at night or order some food and just eating shitty. And then I wasn't really exercising because it was when I had finished football, but I had the bad knee. So I used that as an excuse, like, oh, I can't really go run right now and shit.
Right.
So like that whole year, I got really out of shape. And then I got in shape during those like runs. And then right now I'm like super out of shape. I lost like 15 pounds recently.
Nice. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm trying to do carnivore diet, but I'm not really strict right now. So
interesting. Carnivore diet.
Yeah.
Fascinated by all that.
It's carnivore, but it's basically not. You also eat fruits and shit. It's just kind of like paleo, like natural shit.
Yeah.
Cut off all the processed stuff.
Yeah.
Try to eat like meats, a lot of protein, and then I bought some what is it, like organ pills or some shit like that.
I don't know what that is. What is
like
that?
Organ pills. So it's like we don't have access to eating a lot of liver or heart, like
organ pills.
Organ.
Sorry,
pills.
I thought you meant Oregon as in like
From
Portland.
Oregon.
I'm like, I don't know what that. What is that? Some drugs?
So organs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been doing it for like less than a month or whatever. So I lost 15 pounds, but I'm trying. I want to get in shape right now because I was just after COVID, like the last year was just terrible. So I'm trying to get back into it.
Shit, I might need your help with the weightlifting then, because I'm super I don't know anything when it comes to weightlifting. Like what workouts to do to get certain muscles built. And my brother, he's been working out for a long time, so I could probably just obviously ask him. But
I don't really work out. Like I haven't worked out in fucking forever.
But you have the knowledge from football.
Yeah, I have I have all the football knowledge, and I work. I try to stay active at work when I'm like unloading materials and shit. Since I do like some pumps or like over the head.
Workout, bro.
And then that's the only reason. Like people always like, oh, you go to the gym, and like I haven't gone to the gym.
I thought you've been going to the gym straight up.
I haven't gone to the gym in like 3 years, bro.
Oh damn.
Like it's been a super long time, but I try to stay active at work, but it's not the same. Like I gotta get back into it. But right now I'd rather do more running than gym.
Yeah.
I wanna drop down.
Slim down.
I wanna get to 225. That's like my goal.
Nice. Bro. And from when I first met you at Flat Black, you were bigger then, weren't you? From where you are like now?
Yeah, I think
so. Because now you look. That's why I thought you've been going to the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you've been working out.
No, it's just been
work and change
my diet.
The heat too.
Well, heat, yeah.
Sweating a lot more. Sweating it all off.
And trying to avoid, because it's so easy to eat fucking bad, you know.
Oh yeah. The diet is the key,
the number
though.
one.
It's the number one. And it's funny because it's like you just said, it's so easy to be bad. And just in general in life, bro, the bad's always going to be the more tempting thing, the easier thing. But the good is what will pay off and will be worth it in the end.
Sacrifice a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So we haven't talked about it. Could you tell us a little bit about the Wood podcast?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Wood podcast. Man, my brother and I've always been into podcasts. I actually am one where I listen to more podcasts than music.
Yeah.
Like I love music, but I'm one of those where if you tell me like, yo, did you hear this new album drop? Probably not. If you play a song right now, I probably can't tell you the artist. I know the song, but I won't be able to tell you the artist, the name of the song. The lyrics are like very foggy. I'll remember the beats.
Yeah.
I'm more into beats. So lately, my cousin got me onto Selection on Spotify. It's SOULECTION. Selection is just beats, chill. But yeah, growing up, I always loved interviews. I would watch a lot of Larry King growing up.
Yeah.
I love that dude. And rest in peace, man. That was crazy. But podcasting I got into probably 6-7 years ago with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Started watching Joe Rogan, like a lot of people. And just got really into it. And I would always mention to my brother, I'm like, hey, it would be dope if you did a podcast, like, because he has a following. He's an influencer, does YouTube, Instagram, all that. And he had a following, so I'm like, you should do it. And then he's like, yeah, like I'm busy, blah, blah. Then one day we're just, because since moving back, I moved in with him.
Yeah.
So we live together and we just always have good combos, talk about just topics that are just in general life.
Is he close to your age?
4 years older.
Okay.
Yeah. Growing up, I wouldn't say we're like close. He always was a super loving, great fucking brother. He would always tell you like, I'm here for you if you need me. I was more like, get away from me. Let me live my life. And then obviously after high school, once all that's over with, we just got closer. We're really close now. And we would just always have good convos and talk about some interesting topics. And we'd be in the car a lot and be like, bro, like it should be a podcast. Yeah. And then one day he was just like, hey, so I've been thinking about it. I want to do a podcast, but I don't want to do it if you're not in it. And I was like, I'm down. Like, because I always wanted to do a podcast, but a little different. Actually, similar to this. Just talk about anything, sports and all that. And my brother was more like, no, I want to help people. I want to motivate, give, positive influence to people. So that's how it started. The Woo podcast was actually started of let's take our experiences in our life and help people. Just positive vibes, talk about stories that helped us, that can possibly help someone else get through their day. And little by little, it's still a lot of that, but it turned into more kind of this style of we're just two brothers who just will talk about anything.
Yeah.
Like we're probably actually, after this, we're going to record, probably talk about like the Sha'Carri Richardson stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we always try to chime in a little like, because we both live a very positive life.
How often do you guys post episodes?
Weekly. So
just one weekly, or you guys do more?
One weekly. So every Monday morning, it's up.
Okay.
Try to be every Monday morning.
Yeah.
We've had our weeks where just life happens, and we're trying to be a lot better at organizing it to where we won't miss. But we're at 40 plus episodes now. I want to say 44, and we've missed 2 Mondays.
Okay.
So every now and then, but those 2 Mondays are the ones that sting, where we're like, because we get messages like, hey bro, where's the podcast?
Yeah.
Hey bro, like on DMs, and we're just like, damn, like,
no,
we gotta put it up for these people, like it helps their mornings. You get messages. That's been my favorite part about it, is people message me and they're like, dude, like you help me through my day. And I'm like, oh shit, like cool. Cause I went into it super hyper aware of the fact that we're gonna have a following.
Yeah.
My brother has a following already. So a lot of these people that are gonna listen are gonna be like, oh, Jair has a podcast. I'm gonna listen. So I knew from the get-go, like, okay, we're not going to start with like 10 listeners like that. Like it's going to be hundreds.
Yeah.
And it was. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And it felt weird for me because I'm like, I didn't build this, following. They're here and they know me as his brother, which I was fine with. I'm cool with it. But I almost had this sense of feeling like, what can I bring to the table in a way? And then I just learned like, I'm just going to be me. And
yeah, because
my brother's the one that told me, he's like, you've done some shit in your life that, a lot of people would actually take from
people DM you from the podcast, like
yeah,
they hit you up and shit.
And it's weird because they'll hit them like, yo, Ricky, I listened to it and Ricky's story really resonated with me. Like,
yeah,
like I'm going through a divorce or something, or bro, like I'm that, like for like my weight story, I'm that weight and I want to get to where you're at, like things like that. I'm like, whoa, like okay. Or little things where they're like, bro, like I heard you talk about how when you drive to work and you take a deep breath and you're grateful for your car you have and your work. And I started doing that and it's changed my life and things like that. I'm like, hell yeah. Like that's what I told my brother. I'm like, I'm cool with having one listener every week. As long as that listener got something out of it. Yeah. I'm cool with that.
No, it's,
I don't need to be, I don't need to be reaching everybody. As long as there's one person that's like, bro, that helped. That's what's worth it for me. That's why I'll take the time out of my day to do it. And It's been good. It's been cool.
Does it feel bad when you guys miss an episode, like you letting them down?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, it's only been 2 times. I want to say at most 3, but I want to say it's only been two weeks where we missed it.
Yeah.
2 weeks where we actually missed it, and we just decided, you know what, let's not put it out Tuesday. Let's just take the week break. And yeah, it's a little guilt. It's a little like, damn, bro, like letting these people down. So, but I try to also detach from that a little bit, because just in a real way, it's like, I was gonna sound weird, but like I don't owe it to anybody to be like, that's not my position of like, I'm doing this to help, like, or I am doing it to help, but I'm not doing this specifically like for like just for one purpose of I need to reach you and help you and help you. It's more of a, I'm doing this for myself, which I've learned to change over the last few years, where I'm like, if you can't help yourself, you can't help other people.
Yeah. So
I'm learning to really focus on me and just giving my story, and that's how to help other people, instead of focusing like, what can I say to help others? What can I do to like,
no, just tell your life experiences, your opinions, and people are going to relate, or they're going to counter argue, and that's what it is.
Exactly. It's life.
Podcasting is fun.
Looking like it is, yeah.
It's fun, right?
I've been enjoying this one, man. This one's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I do a lot more interviews. I want to get more into try to do more current events, like, because a lot of times I interview somebody and we don't post right away, so it's like not current. Like, I have opinions about a lot of things. Like, I have so many subjects that I like, and sometimes I want to do it, and then people are not available, so I do a lot. So we're gonna start doing episodes with Brian.
Oh, hell yeah!
When I don't have somebody get Brian involved.
Hell yeah!
So when we don't have a guest, you know, because sometimes I do want to book guests, but then sometimes it's like it's harder because people's schedules, my schedule. Yeah. So I want to stay more consistent by doing when I don't have a guest, then have maybe just with Brian about current topics and
that'd be dope.
Things that we're talking about, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that.
And it's just more practice. But then I love doing it, talking to other people like you, like just creatives and business owners, and you learn from every person, and then you build relationships like we talked about before. It's just like there's something about it, like having a conversation where we're here. I don't know how long we've been doing this for, but like we didn't look at our phones. We were just kind of engaged,
present in the moment.
Super dope. Like podcasting. So I just wanted more people to create stuff.
Yeah, get out there, meet each other.
Yeah,
that's one thing I've been focused on the last 2 weeks more. Is I'm trying to get people who have similar interests and passions and want to work on certain things and get them together.
Yeah,
like me personally, I've never been one where I want to pick up a camera and record stuff. I know so many people that do.
Yeah.
Yo, come together, guys. You guys can build some dope shit.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you mean, bro. Yeah.
It's dope. So thank you for coming to the podcast.
Appreciate you, man.
And then we'll link the Woo podcast and your social medias and the links, and make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're watching. Shout out to Brian.
Shout out Brian.
Where's he at?
You got a camera or no?
Yeah, well, he doesn't we don't have a Brian cam yet.
There you go. Hell yeah.
We got to get a Brian cam so we can
get
a producer in there. But
shout out Brian.
Shout out everybody. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Next time.
Peace.